ain't care when I was yours. Now you feel it in your soul. Too late, I'm gone. You ain't love me, you was bored. Now you crying, now you're torn. I don't feel you anymore. Too late, I'm gone. You was playing both sides, I could see it. Every time I asked you about it, you ain't mean it. I was all in, you was halfway. Now you tryna fix it, but it's too late. I gave you time, you wasting mine. Now you hitting my line, I decline. You ain't gotta lie, I peep game. Now you switching up cause I changed. Don't call me when I'm gone. You ain't care when I was yours. Now you feel it in your soul. Too late. Don't call me when I'm gone. You ain't care when I was yours. Now you feel it in your soul. Too late, I'm gone. I was right there, you ain't see me. Now I'm gone, now you need me. Same nights you was outside, I was waiting, you was living life. Now it's too late, I moved on. New phone, you get no response. You don't miss me, you miss control. You don't love me, you miss my soul. Why you calling now? I don't hear a sound. Where you was back then when I held you down. Don't call me when I'm gone. You ain't care when I was yours. Now you feel it in your soul. Don't call me when I'm gone. You ain't love me, you was bored. Now you crying out, you torn. I don't feel you anymore. Too late, I'm gone. Don't act like you innocent. Don't act like you, don't act like you. Don't act like you innocent. 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 You was out here switching too. You just mad I'm done with it. I ain't coming back to you. Say you want the truth from me. Can you handle what I say? You don't want that side of me, so don't ask me to explain. You was outside, don't flip it. I seen everything, don't twist it. You ain't perfect, don't pretend. Now you playing victim again. I was real, you was distant. Now you mad cause I ain't missing. You had me, now you lost it. I moved on, that's your problem. You switched on me, now you switched first. I was there, you made it work. Pick a side, you can't play both. Don't act like you don't know. You said you love me, but you're doing the most. You was doing the same though. Pick a side, you can't play both. Now you see it for what it is. You said you love me, but you're doing the most. It is what it is.
Oh, let's go. Hey, you know I'm talking about. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know It's the king. Too loyal, no, I'm talking about Ratchet TV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Go lay down, Diamond. We got to chop it up right about now about this Karmelo Anthony case. We got to chop it up. It's a lot going on, man. I mean, it's loose and it's allegedly. And everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly, y'all. All right. If I sound a little off, man, I had a procedure done. I went to the dentist today, had a procedure done, so I'm in pain. But I had to go live tonight. I wasn't gonna skip out. I had to get some rest. I'm in fucking pain, but I feel better than I did earlier. Way better. I was damn near in tears. I was in tears. I ain't gonna lie, but salute. We back. I'm gonna get through it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get through it. And we good. Don't worry about it. Salute to everybody that's throwing up them donations for Chick. I appreciate you, Honey Trap. I appreciate you, Capri. I appreciate you. Salute to all y'all. Salute. We got a lot to unpack tonight. We got to talk about this Karmelo Anthony case. We got to talk about the Hernandez Govan case. We're gonna leave Hernandez Govan for the end because I want to get straight into the Karmelo Anthony situation. But when I am going to talk about the Hernandez Govan situation, I got proof that the feds was watching my interview, and Memphis PD was also watching my interview, and Hernandez Govan is not getting out no time soon. And it's going to be due to, I mean, he had his stalking and harassment ish going on, but a lot of it is to do with what he said in that interview with me. The streets know, Memphis PD know, the feds know. Your boy Ratchet might have got Govan locked up. I'm gonna be real with y'all. That's how it's looking. It's looking like he ain't getting out because of RatchetTv. But that's a story for another day, or not for another day. It's a story for later on today. But Karmelo Anthony's situation, they ended up dropping the whole video. I made it a point, and I went viral talking about I'm going down to that courthouse and I'm gonna get the video. I told everybody I was going down there. I made it a point to let the judge and the police and the whole Collin County know that it's on my radar that I want the truth. I don't want to. You got to pick a side with this, and the only side I pick is the right side, which is justice. So whatever that may be, my mouth is fucking hurting, but I'm gonna get through this damn live. But yeah, we got it. We got to get the truth out, y'all. There's been a lot of speculation. There's been a lot of different stories. There's been a lot going on in the Karmelo Anthony case, and yeah, the pressure got super hot, Honey Trap. They definitely felt that. Look, everybody knows when I get on a case, I'm gonna get the truth out, and it's gonna get to the masses. When RatchetTv has the police watching his platform every time I click that live button, whether it be DPD, Dallas Police Department, Denton, Collin, Tarrant, whoever the fuck it is, we got everybody watching us. All the police platforms watch this platform. Keep it a buck. And they even follow me. They even follow me on Instagram. The police follow me on Instagram. Like, they be watching my stories and shit. No bullshit. The county police departments be watching my stories and be spying on me. And they follow me on Instagram. So let's just keep it a buck. Pressure was busting pipes, and we finally got we're about to get to the truth. So look, I get that this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I don't know, man. I feel bad on every end because this just did not have to happen. And it did happen. But now the videos are coming out. The judge has he's unsealing everything, and you're gonna be able to get your hands on everything. It's looking like. I was going down there for the transcripts and the video today. The videos have been released. Now they released it on Juneteenth. They know what they're doing. Look, bro, we can only do one thing, and that's just get to the truth, right? So let me go over here to my Instagram real quick. Let me go over here to my Instagram. I'm going viral on Instagram once again and Facebook. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you should be following me on Instagram and Facebook. Where the fuck is that video at? Hold on. How the hell? Hold on. What the hell? It's right there, but why is it not right there on this? That's weird. Okay. There you go. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There you go. All right. Boom. All right. So let's get right here to my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, let me show y'all my Instagram so y'all can go follow me on Instagram just in case you're not. Salute to the new memberships. Iona Eaglin, thank you for the 20 piece. Thank you, V Will, for being a member for 23 months. Drop the flowers for V Will. Also, Siobhan Glenn, thank you for the membership for 6 months. Drop the flowers for Siobhan. Y'all salute, salute, salute. If I don't see you, it's because I'm not going to be on my screen. But everybody, thank you for the donations. Thank everybody for the memberships. I appreciate all my members. I appreciate all my moderators. I appreciate anyone who spends their hard-earned money over here with your boy Ratchet TV. I love each and every one of y'all. So we finna get to this video. We finna get to these videos, and we're gonna be here for a while talking about the Karmelo case. This is gonna be about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour live. I'm not sure how long we're gonna be here. It's 8 o'clock right now. We might be here till about 10:30 or 11. All right. If y'all ready to start this show, everybody drop the gems right now. Fill the chat up with gems if you ready to start this show. So I know that I can start sharing my screen and we can get to these damn videos. If y'all are ready, I don't want to hold y'all up. We've been here for 13 minutes. I don't want to hold y'all up no longer. If y'all ready to get to these videos, if y'all ready to get to the truth, if y'all ready to get to this live, I need to see the chat flooded with gems right now. Salute. And I'm not going on camera today because I look like shit and my mouth hurts and my face is swollen. So I'm not going on camera today. I haven't shaved anyway. I've been feeling like crap all day, so I ain't getting on camera today. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll be on camera probably tomorrow or some shit. I'm trying to stop cussing. All right, but salute to everybody, man. All right, it looks like everybody ready to start this show. How many likes we got? We already got $60 on the screen. We $40 away from a honey bun. $40. All right, so we $40 away from a honey bun. We only got 189 likes. Come on, you with 600 people in here. Come on, y'all. Double tap that screen. If you want justice in this case, double tap your screen right now. Hit your screen twice. If you want justice for either side, double tap that screen right now. I need to see everybody showing love in here. Come on, man. Double tap that screen. If y'all can't do nothing else, I know you could double tap the screen and get these likes up. Let's keep it a big buck. I'm gonna feel better. Don't worry about me. Y'all know I'm a soldier. I'm a trooper. So whatever gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm cool. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. Thank you though. I appreciate it. But now y'all ain't gotta worry about me. You know one thing about Ratchet, he's a fighter. So we ain't doing no tripping. We got to get to the truth. I wasn't gonna go live today, but I was like, you know what? F that. We going live. I gotta get up and go live. And I feel like crap. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but we here. Let's go. So it looks like everybody ready to start. We had 241 likes now. There we go. Come on, let's get these likes up. All right. So I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Let's get ready to share this screen. Hold on. All right, let me go here. La la la. La 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 la. All right, let's go here. And if y'all ain't following me on Instagram, The Ratchet TV is my Instagram right there. The Ratchet TV. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me by now, make sure you get over there and follow me on Instagram. The Ratchet TV. Let's get to this.
Karmelo Anthony case has finally released evidence from the actual trial. This is the first time the public has seen any of the images we're about to share from that day a year ago. I'm looking at this for the first time along with you. So these are moments right after the stabbing.
We good. Y'all can hear everything, right? Is everything good? Let me make sure my audio good. Okay, I have to make sure. Okay, we good. All right, let's go.
During the track meet back in April 2025 in Frisco. From that, the next element I understand is this is the moment right here where Karmelo Anthony was taken into custody and arrested by Frisco police. We're also seeing this. This is
the multi-tool that they kept saying is a multi-tool. I'm gonna be real. That's a goddamn knife. Look, I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Okay, what do y'all think? Tool or knife, y'all? Is that a tool or is that a knife? Is that a tool or is that a knife? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all see a knife right there, or do y'all see a tool? I need to know in the chat. What is this right here we looking at? Is this a knife or a tool? Salute to Iona Eaglin for being a member for 48 months. Salute to you, Iona Eaglin. Drop the flowers for Iona. Thank you, Josie. Thank you, Josie Roan, for that trophy. I appreciate you. Salute, salute. What is that? Is that a knife or a tool? What is that? They said that's a tool for Joe. That's a goddamn knife. What is this right here? Ain't that a knife right there? This part right here is not a tool sharpener. This is a damn knife. I mean, I'm just gotta call a spade, but this part right here, I don't know what else is on here. It might be a multi-tool, but there's a knife on that multi-tool, and that's a damn knife right there. They said you can see the handle clip. A knife they used as a tool to frame him. They said it's a multifunctional knife. I got one of those. That's a knife. Yeah, I believe everybody in this room didn't seen one of these before, and they got a knife on it. So I mean, if it got a knife on it, and you take the knife part out and stab somebody, you use the knife, whether a cleat sharpener or whatever else is on there. That's a damn knife. But a lot of people are in my comment section. That's a tool, Ratchet. That's a tool. That's a tool. But I'm like, bro, what is this part right here? But let's continue.
This is the knife, the actual knife used in the deadly stabbing and admitted into evidence for the trial. The jury saw this evidence. But again, until now, this is the first time the public, all of us, are seeing any of this. And as we know, Karmelo Anthony was convicted of murder, of course, and sentenced to 35 years in prison. Karmelo Anthony.
Okay, so that was what the news had updated. That is what the news had updated right there. So now let's get over to the videos that I got to show y'all. Let's get over to these damn videos. They say you can use that to go fishing. They say most times it is a small saw. I got one of those. It has a hammer on it. They said, how big is it? Did some nasty zoom work. I think it was 3.5 inches, if I'm not mistaken. I think that they said the knife part was 3.5 inches, if I'm not mistaken. They have us thinking it's a Michael Myers knife. I mean, I don't think it matters if the knife was 1 inch or 7 inches. You know what I'm saying? If you can stab somebody with that motherfucker as a knife, I think. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's a story for another day, today. All right, so let's get to these damn videos now. Let me bring this up because they've released the whole video. They've released the whole video. They have released the whole video. So let's get to this. They've released the whole 11-minute video. Everybody been waiting to see this video. Have y'all seen the video yet? Drop the gems if you've seen it. Drop the eyeballs if y'all have not. Drop the eyeballs if you have not seen it. Drop the gems if you have seen it. If you have not seen it, drop the eyeballs. Here it goes right here. This is the whole altercation right here. So as we see Karmelo walking over there, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Let's get to this damn video, y'all. This is the whole video. We got the video, y'all. We got the video. Share the live. Everybody share the live. Let them know the video is out. We got the video right here. We got the video, gang. So this is the whole video right here. Clear as day. This ain't no fuzzy video like they've been saying. This is clear. This video is clear as hell. So you see them walking over there. They said that this was a grainy video. You can't see nothing. I mean, this looked pretty damn clear to me. I ain't gonna lie. Can y'all see it? Is it clear? It's most definitely clear. So let's get to it, man. We watching the full video now. This is the full video. This is the full Karmelo Anthony 11-minute video. They released it. They said it's clear this video has not, this whole 11-minute video has not been out. Why do people just be on here lying? If this video been out, we would have all seen it by now. Chat, has this video been out? They talking about this whole video been out. The motherfucker just came out today. See, that's why I gotta pause it. I can't stand people to do this shit. The whole video, but ain't nobody had this damn. They just released it. Talking about the video been out. That video ain't been out. Y'all just get on here lying, bro. Stop lying. Yeah, it just came out 5 minutes ago. Talking about the video been this video old. It's been out. This video ain't been out. Shut your lying ass up. Damn, y'all just be lying. I hate when people just be on here just lying, bro. Just for no reason, just lying. Let's continue, man. I ain't got time for them damn lies. Some other video been out is old. This video ain't old. This video just came out right before I went live. It literally just came out as I was going live. Just now. Don't tell me to press. Don't tell me what to do. I press play when the fuck I'm ready. All right, let's go. My bad, Ashley. You know I fuck with you, but you know they be trolling, fam. I had to look and see who that was. My bad, Ashley, but you cool. But shit, I'm trying to stop cussing. All right, so here we go. The video's playing. Let's get to it. There's the tent right there. Everybody walking around. They said it happens around like the 9-minute mark, but we just gonna sit here and watch the whole thing. I saw it back 25 when it first happened. Yeah, if you probably seen it when it very first happened because they showed people, but they did not release it. They didn't release it till today. Salute Karma Girl for the 5-piece. Salute. Oh no, that wasn't a 5-piece. That was a gifted membership. Thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate you. Salute. Yeah, let me do my job, y'all. So this is the whole video, everything going on. Now let's see what we see here. Let's see what we can see here. There he go running. Karmelo Anthony took off running. Okay. They're trying to figure out what happened. It seems like everybody is trying to figure out what happened. They're running back to Austin. And they got Karmelo right there. Don't look like no one is surrounding him to fight him. It looks like they're trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Then again, I don't know. Let's see. What y'all think right now, man? What do y'all think? It's a big commotion going on. Man, this is just unfortunate, man. This should not have happened. Can you go back, please? I definitely can. Let's go back right here. So you see it right here. If you look up to the left, okay, look in your left corner where that yellow tent is. Look up in the left corner where that yellow tent is. Now watch the highlighted person. That's going to be Karmelo popping out that tent because it's going down right now. Whatever's happening is happening right now. You can't see in the tent, but there's the tent right there, and the altercation is definitely happening. And Karmelo pops out right there. There go Karmelo, and he takes off running. He runs down the bleachers. No one is chasing him. Look, only one person is right there beside him, but it doesn't look like they're trying to. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just guessing that he just stabbed him, and the person is probably like, "Yo, what the fuck was that?" and type shit. I don't see 4 people chasing him though. I don't see 4 people chasing him out that tent. One person is right there, but then he backs away. The person backs away. Karmelo takes off by himself. Karmelo is by himself now. He runs. He stops. He's looking, and then he takes off running again. He takes off running again. Karmelo Anthony's running. He starts walking. Now everyone's behind him like, yo. They're trying to stop him. Then he stops. Now they running back to Austin. Karmelo takes off running again. Well, he's walking. He's walking right now. He's kind of jogging, power walking. I don't know what he's got going on. He's walking pretty fast. There's Karmelo highlighted. Okay. So now Karmelo stops, kind of walking in place. He's talking to somebody. That might be the coach that they said he stopped and talked to. All right. He's stopping talking to somebody right now. I said to the coach. Yeah, that's the coach. He's exactly where he needs to be, and that's in prison. It was a gang of them pushing back and forth or something before you actually seen him get up and run. What about before the altercation? We showed you before the altercation. I mean, we showed you the full video. We showed you him walking over to the tent, go in the tent, seen the altercation. Well, we didn't see the altercation itself. Now Karmelo's back over there. And we also got the police body cam footage as well. Man. Now he's walking over there. Looks like he's with the coach. Looks like he's with a coach now. Or he was already sitting and walked up to him. And he's just stopping there. Looks like he's talking to the coach and somebody else. Looks like two people are standing over there with him. Man. Salute to thank you for taking the case. Salute to you, Lamami. I appreciate you. Salute for the 5-piece. Salute. And they're just standing over there talking, and it looks like people over there surrounding Austin because he's stabbed and on the ground. Why it never shows them walking under the tent. What's up, Nicole? Are you cool with me? You be talking shit about me, but salute to you. Is we cool? Salute to you, though. So now it seems like he's just over there talking. People are trying to understand what the hell is going on. I'm just guessing. I don't got the audio on this. So obviously there is no audio because it's from a stadium camera. I said the video was cut off. We want to see the 11-minute video they showed at the school. Well, this video right here is 11 minutes, I believe. Right now we 6 minutes in. We 6 minutes in on this video. So it looks like they're just over there talking to Karmelo. What are y'all thinking right now? What do y'all think? It said he was fleeing. He definitely took off running, but then people stopped him. And then he ran to the coach. But when he first took off running, like he was gonna get the fuck up out of there. All that shows is after he got from under the tent, like they said. But what about them approaching him? I mean, they were. I don't think we were able to see them. I'll go back whenever this is done. I'll go back and show you them up under the tent, but you can't see what's going on. So they definitely did show them under the tent, but you can't see what's happening. Now they're walking off with Karmelo. They're walking off with Karmelo now. Man. They are walking off with Karmelo now. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? Let's see. How convenient we could see everything else except the tent altercation. I mean, the camera's pointed right at the tent, but you're just unable to see what the fuck is going on under there. It's clear though. They said the video was grainy. The video don't look grainy to me. The video looks clear as fucking day. I'm gonna be honest. The video is edited. We're gonna get to that. What do y'all think though? Notice all the jump cuts. That's half of the tennis out of the frame. This is BS. This is to push an agenda. This video don't mean ish. They put this out after the fact. Looked like he was pushed into the kid and that's how he ended up poking him. Oh, they're still over there talking to Karmelo now. And we also have the body cam footage that I will show y'all, the full body cam footage of Karmelo. There's no camera focused on Karmelo only. This is what they're giving us. So video definitely time jump. We're gonna go back. Once I finish showing this, we're gonna go back. We at 9 minutes now. We are at 9 minutes right now. They said it was an 11-minute video. This is 9 minutes of it right here. This is the 9th minute. Everybody double tap that screen and get these likes up. Everybody double tap that screen and get these likes up. Let's go. And there is another cloudy video also. Yeah, but this one's clear. I know that they said that there was a cloudy video floating around, but this one ain't cloudy. This one is clear. Who was that I just had it on? Salute to Ray Buck. Ray Bud for being a member for 22 months. Y'all drop the flowers for Ray Bud. Salute, salute. And then here we go right here. Another camera. This is another camera to go to police. The police pulling up now. I said, this is crazy. This definitely is crazy. It's sad and unfortunate. It starts raining. Probably have been raining, but you can see the raindrops. See, the video is clear enough that you can see the rain. They go to police. And then we're going to get to the body cam right after this. I got to figure out which video was the body cam, but we're going to get to the body camera footage right after this. I'm going to go back. See, this is, that was 10 minutes. So let's go back right here. Let's go back right here. And you can see Karmelo walking over there. You can see Karmelo walking over there. He's just walking. Then the camera's gonna go over here. There's their tent, and then here's the other tent. Now here's where you can't really see the altercation. You don't know what's happening. It's just a tent. You can't really see exactly what's going on under the tent. So this is the part y'all are saying they skip from, but it's right here. You just cannot see what's going on under that tent. It just looks like a bunch of black shirts. Can't really see anything going on. You're just going to see Karmelo pop up. So I don't think it time jumped because you can still see the people walking. So it ain't like it time jumped. The people are still walking. I don't see nobody shifting. So they're still walking and there's still something going on under there. And I think it's going on right now. You can't see what's going on under that tent. See, it's not time jumping. I don't see an edit right there. I got to keep it a buck, y'all. I don't see an edit. It's still, everyone's walking normally. I don't see no one shifting and moving. See, there's something going on. It's still right there. You still see everyone is still in place. I haven't seen it jump yet. I'm watching to see if it jumps. Let's see if it jumps. Let's see if it jumps. I still see everyone walking normally. The video is clear enough to see. So something is going on under there. You just can't see what it is. But I don't see, I don't see an edit right here. I got to be honest with y'all. I don't see an edit. Okay, let's see. See, now it happened. Now he just popped. See it. Now I'm gonna pause it. Okay, now we got to be honest though. We can't do this if we're not gonna be honest. Did that look like it was edited to y'all? Yes or no? Because they showed you clear as day a minute or two of him just whatever was going on. You just can't see what's going on under the tent. But I'm looking at the people walking around and I don't see no one skipping. That ain't edited, bro. I got to be honest. That's not edited. Go back 7 seconds. We'll go back. This is at 2:26. We'll go back to 2:15. Matter of fact, we'll take it back to 2 minutes. Let's go back to 2 minutes. Now watch this. It said, is that edited? Yes or no, y'all? When you zoom in, you see the push. So when you zoom in, you see the push. All right, let's go. Yes or no? Is this video edited, y'all? Yes or no? Just type yes or no in the chat because you look at everyone walking around. You can see that, to me, it's not edited. And he did not get jumped. If you zoom in, he didn't get jumped. I said, I don't see no rain. It's clearly raining. You can see it on the ground. Look, let's go back again. We're gonna go back again. We'll go back to 2:04. Now watch. You gotta watch it closely. I've seen him, but he's not getting jumped. From what I can see, when you zoom in, you don't see him getting jumped and putting in a head like all that shit that they said. I don't see none of that shit. 4 people beating him up and all. I don't see none of that. Now he pops out and takes off running. He pops out, he takes off running, and it looks like he's getting the fuck up out of there. It didn't look like he ran directly to a coach. It looks like he's jetting out, he getting the fuck up out of there, and then somebody stops him. Then he thinks about taking off running again. Takes off running. Takes off running. And then they stop him. People come behind him to stop him. Don't look like no one jumped him. No one beat him up. Here we go. And then he goes over to the coach. Then he goes over to the coach. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Said no jump. All right, so let's pause it for a second. After this, you just see him talking to the coaches and everything. Did he get jumped, y'all? Type no, drop the gems if he got jumped. Drop the caps if he did not get jumped. If you seen him get jumped when you zoomed in, because I know people were zooming in. If you seen him get jumped when you zoomed in, type the gems. If he did not get jumped, drop the caps. Let me see what the chat says. Can't zoom. You can screen record that motherfucker and edit that motherfucker. If he got jumped, drop the gems. If he did not, drop the caps. Let's see. I see a few gems coming in. I see a few caps coming in. So you can't see, you can't tell. I see some gems. I see some caps. Right now looks about mixed. We can't see anything from this video. Can't see. We don't know what happened under that tent. I can't tell. He got lucky that he got 35. This is cap. They said we can't see how we gonna see him being jumped. They said yes, they definitely hid the main part. So half of the tent is missing. They said need audio ratchet. Oh, I got some audio for y'all. Salute to Twilight for that 5-piece. I appreciate you, Twilight. Salute. Some people delusional. They're going to say yes, he did get jumped. I didn't see him get jumped. I didn't. But like I said, you can't really tell what's going on under the tent, but I didn't see him get jumped. But we got more videos. Let's continue. Hold on. I got more for y'all. That ain't it. We got a lot more. We got a lot to unpack tonight. Hold on. Let me figure out which of these videos is the body cam footage. Hold on 1 second. I got to figure out which one.
We got the media team.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. What is this one? Man. Hold on. Which one is this one? There's that. I gotta find the body cam. Hold on 1 second. Here you go, right here. All right, let me play this. All right, boom. Let's go right here. No, that ain't it. Hold on, that ain't it. My bad. I pressed the wrong one. Hold on. Man. Here you go.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? I'll look here. Copy. I'll be around. Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained. Everyone else can slow down. Suspect detained in handcuffs. Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there. This is the alleged suspects. Okay. What's their name? So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing? Stamina? Not bad. okay? Just to make sure. Okay. All right.
Salute, Ray Bud.
The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. Victim is over on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the latest suspect. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing on him. It's up to you. This is closer. Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? You don't mind her reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good? I'm wearing some little under. No, ma'am, I don't think so. What's your name, man? Karmelo Anthony. K-A-R-M-E-L-O. Okay. Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your hand. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay? Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay? All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? All right. So your first name is Karmelo? Let's see, hold on one second. I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A. K-A-R. M-E-L-O. Karmelo, what's your last name? A-N-T-H-O-N-Y. We're ready, you win. I'm in 10th grade. You go to Emerson? No, sir. Where do you go? Centennial. Okay. I'm in 12th grade. 12th grade? Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right? All right. Let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
So I do notice one thing here. One thing that I do notice is Karmelo did not say he got jumped. He said, I told him not to touch me. I told him not to put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. I did not hear him say they put their hands on me and I was jumped. I didn't hear that. That's just I got to point that part out. I didn't hear him say that. I heard him say he put his hands on me, not they. So for everyone saying he was jumped, he didn't say he was jumped. So we got to point that part out. He did not say he was jumped. Never in the trial did they say he was jumped either. I didn't see him get jumped. I don't know if he was jumped or not. I just heard him say he, not they. Let's play it again.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Go here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay?
No, Rock. A lot of people said he got jumped. There's a shit ton of people who said he got jumped. A lot. Let everybody rock out in the chat, y'all. Let everybody rock out and voice their opinions.
443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained. Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
I don't see his face swollen. I don't see the missing hair.
Okay. What's their name? So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing? Stamina? Not bad. A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay. All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. 10th over there, guys. All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. Memorial 10th over there, guys. All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. Memorial 10th over there, guys. All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. Victim, moving on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the latest suspect. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing on them. What happened? 413. Trying to leave that CBR process for a little bit. Crazy. You know, nothing.
See, he stopped crying right there. He cried for a split second, and now he's talking normal again. I don't know. I'm conflicted about. I don't know. I don't know what the truth is. I'm just trying to watch this, and I'm trying to get the truth out. I don't know. I don't know. Type guilty or innocent, y'all in the chat. I'm gonna leave my. I'm just gonna let y'all decide. I don't know. We report. You decide. I have no judgment here. I'm only covering the story. We report. You decide. Guilty or innocent.
One more little check of you, okay? You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
I'm wearing some little under. No, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, K-A-R-M-E-L-O.
Okay. Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Check your hood here, buddy, okay? Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay? All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? All right. 402, I'm on scene. So your first name is Karmelo? Let's see, hold on one second. I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, K-A-R-M-E-L-O.
Somebody said we play it from the beginning. We'll play it one more time. I'll play it all the way through, and we're gonna watch this one more time.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Okay. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? I'll look here.
Hold on. Listen right here. Listen to what Karmelo says right here. Pay attention. Listen to this. Listen to Karmelo. He put his hands on me. Hold on. Let's listen again. He said, I know I'm something. I can't make out what he's saying. I can't make out what he said.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay?
So you think everyone white is innocent? I don't know who. I haven't even said a word. I haven't even gave my opinion.
I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained.
Yes, I thought that's what he said. I know I was wrong. It sounded like he said he put his hands on me. I know I was wrong, but I can't make out that part. He said I just heard. I know I was. Now I can't hear that last part that he said, but it sounded like he said I know I was wrong, but he put his hands on me. But
you can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there. Nothing on your person at all. Nothing. Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing. Stabbing them? Not bad. I'm gonna be out with this. Crazy. A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the latest suspect. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing. I don't know what happened.
413. Check the leave SCBR process for a witness.
Briefing.
You know, wrong thing.
It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Let me do one more little check of you, okay? You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
I'm wearing some little under. No, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
413, check out.
Briefing.
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay? Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay? All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? All right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo?
Briefing.
Let's see, hold on one second. I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A. K-A-R. M-E-L-O. Karmelo. What's your last name? A-N-T-H-O-N-Y. We're ready.
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade? Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right?
All right, so that's the arrest footage.
Let me run this guy real quick.
Now,
I haven't talked to him at all.
what y'all seeing the arrest footage, you go back to this footage, and then you go here. You see Karmelo walking over there. Karmelo, out of his own mouth, says, I told him not to put his hands on me, and he did. I told him not to put his hands on me. He also says in one part, I know I was wrong, but I told him not to put his hands on me. So I don't know. I'm just going to let y'all decide. I'm not going to give any opinions. I'm only going to report on this case. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to let everyone in the chat decide what they believe. I don't have an opinion about this. I'm just watching it just like y'all. So if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see they're in the tent. You can't really see what's going on inside the tent. You know what I'm saying? You can't see what's going on here. All you can see is something with a bunch of black shirts. You can't see Karmelo, but Karmelo's at the top of the tent. So wherever Karmelo is, you can't see Karmelo in this situation. So wherever he is, he can't be seen in the video. So we don't know what the fuck is going on. To my opinion, I don't believe you can see him in the video. I believe he's at like the top of the tent because he's gonna pop out at the top right-hand corner of that yellow tent. If you look at the top right-hand corner of the yellow part of that tent, that's where Karmelo's head is going to pop out of at like 2 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. We're at 1:49 right now. So something is going on. They might be arguing. You can see some body movements. It doesn't look like a fight from what I can see. I don't see a fight. I'm looking. Hold on. Yeah, I can't see what the fuck is going on. I can't see what's going on. Man, here he comes out the tent right in a second. So look at the top right-hand corner of that tent. His head is about to pop out of there. His body gonna pop out in just a few seconds. Let's go. Double tap the screen and get the likes up, y'all. There you go, right there. And he takes off running. And then it looks like you see somebody fall. Look, there, he just fell. You see it right there. Look at the bottom left-hand corner of that tent. He falls down. You see him fall down. You see it? That's Austin. Look, he stabbed him. Then Austin falls right there. Look again. It looks like it appears to be Austin. I don't know if this is Austin or not, but it appears to be somebody falls down right there. You see it? Let's look at it again. He pops out the tent, takes off running, then boom, right there. Do y'all see it? Look. I'm gonna pause it right when he's about to fall. Look right here. I'm gonna slow it down for y'all. Look, there's the people surrounding Austin now, and then it looks like Austin falls down right there. Look, I'm slowing it down for y'all right there. You see it? Right there. There he goes. Let's look at it one more time. It appears to be he pops out that tent right there. And then you see right there, he falls down. And Karmelo takes off running. Boom. He hits the ground, and they're surrounding him right there. You can clearly see it. Austin falls down, and they start surrounding him. They didn't take off after Karmelo. They surrounded Austin, it looks like. Now, Karmelo pops out the tent. He's already stabbed him. The commotion is going on. It looks like they're surrounding Austin, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Karmelo takes off running. Austin falls right here. There goes Austin coming to you. If you look, you can see Austin right above that person in yellow. Right above that person in yellow, Austin appears to be right there. And here he goes. And he falls down. Karmelo takes off running. Karmelo takes off running right there. Karmelo takes off running. He stops. They're trying to stop him. Look like a few people like, whoa, 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 hold on. He takes off running again. Somebody's chasing after him. Looks like they're trying to get him to stop. He stops. Everyone's running over there. I think he figures out, look, I ain't getting away with this shit now. Fuck it. I'm just gonna stop. And that's when he goes and finds his coach, starts talking to his coach. And there goes Karmelo going over to his coach, talking to his coach, trying to see what the hell is going on. And this is where they just start talking. And I guess he's going over to find, or he's talking to someone. It looked like he's stopping and talking to his coach. He's trying to figure out what the hell to do right now. He just seems like he's all over the place. I don't know what he's thinking. I have no idea. I don't know what's going through Karmelo's head, but it looks like he's panicking. He just appeared to be kind of panicking, not knowing what the hell to do in this situation. So the camera is not on that tent, but you can see everything so perfectly. Free Melo. You are not showing the same video, Ratchet. What are you talking about? I'm not showing the same video. I'm showing the video. What more do y'all want from me? I can only show y'all what they presented. I can't. What do y'all want from me? I'm giving you what they gave us. I don't know what else to do. You're not showing the video. I am showing the video. This is the video they presented today. I can't do nothing but show this. I can't do nothing but show y'all what they gave us. I can't do nothing else. This is all I can give y'all. They released it. This is what if it's bullshit, it's bullshit. I can only give you what they released, y'all. Don't get mad at me. This is what they gave us. I can't control what they gave us. This is what they presented. I can't. It's out of my hands, y'all. This is all I can do is report what they gave us. He said Eddie set him up. Now I do believe that. I do believe Eddie set him up. Eddie called him over there. They confronted him. Eddie said, I don't know who this nigga is, but Eddie is the girlfriend. Eddie is Karmelo's girlfriend's cousin. So I do believe that now. We can agree on that. I think Eddie did set him up. You can clearly see a scuffle of sorts took place. Yeah, you can see something. I don't know what, but you can see something. So I can't just say, look, y'all, we see him getting, I can't see him getting jumped. I can't see nothing. I can't even see him get pushed. I can't see anything. Physically, with my eyes, I can't see it. You can see Austin push him, zoom in, Ratchet. Send me the zoom in video and I'll play it. Send it to my Instagram. Send me the zoomed in video on Instagram. Let's see. Man. Yeah, I can only give y'all what they gave us, y'all. Y'all got to understand that at the end of the day, all I can do. Oh, hold on, I do got the zoomed in video. Hold on. I do got it. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna give y'all the zoomed in video. Hold on. I do got it. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna download it real quick. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta email it to myself though. God dang it. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all I got the zoomed in video. Hold on. Close that. Download the video. Man. All right, download. Let me save it and let me email it to myself. All right, let me go here to my email. Save video. All right. We about to get the video, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Let me go download this video real quick. Y'all keep watching that. I gotta download this video so I can get it for y'all. Give me a second. Let's go here to my other email. All right. There you go. All right, boom. Let me download this. All right, boom. I got the video. Okay. So as you see here, that's the scuffle that took place. Now I got the zoomed in video. Let's go to the zoomed in video. Give me a second while I video file. There it goes. Now let's see here. Here's the zoomed in video. Here's the zoomed in video. Let's see what takes place. And Karmelo pops out, but you can't see. I still can't see nothing happening. Okay, there you go, right there. Boom. Let's hold on. Oops, my bad. Let's go back right here. It looked like he got pushed and stabbed right there. It happened that quick. I don't see a jump. I do see one person push him right there. If you look at that right there, those two figures you see, it looks like to be Karmelo and it looks to be Austin right there. There they go right there. Austin looks like he's on the left and Carmelo's right there where his head popped out in that gray. It's a black and a gray. The gray is Karmelo. The black seems to be Austin. Thank you for the $50. True, I appreciate that. Salute. And then boom, it happened quick. Look again. It happened just like that. And then he pops out of there. And then Austin tumbles down. Let's watch it again. It happened really quick. I'll slow it down for y'all. Let's slow it down. Looks like he leans over to push. Karmelo doesn't seem to be sitting down. Does it look like Karmelo's standing up to y'all or sitting down? Does it look like Karmelo is standing up or sitting down? It looks like Karmelo and him are both face to face standing up from what I can see. It's blurry right here when you zoom in. It's blurry. Does it look like Karmelo is standing up or sitting down, y'all? I want to make sure that I'm seeing the right thing because I don't want to make a wrong statement. He's standing up. Okay, I see him standing up. They're both standing, right? So remember they said Karmelo was sitting down and Austin got pushed into him and that made the knife go in him more. Now it looks like I don't know that to be true. I don't know what's true. I'm only going off what I can see. I can't tell which one is which. Okay, if you look right here, I believe Karmelo is to the right of Austin, which is to the left. They seem to be one-on-one. It looks like it's one-on-one right here. I'm slowing it down. Now, Austin seems to go over there to the left. If you look at the person in black to the left, I think that's Austin. I can't make out who is who, but I think that's Austin. It looks like Austin pushes him right here. It looks like it. Look, they confront. They're face to face now. Austin seemed to push him right there. There's the push. There, and the stab comes instantly. Right there. Seems to be. You can't tell what's going on. I'm just guessing because it happens simultaneously. And then look. Then Austin falls. Stumbles back. And then Karmelo pops out the tent. And takes off running. He falls down. No one's chasing him. Then someone comes and stops right there. That's the person who chased behind him, but he stopped. And he's pointing to him. Like, hey, that's him right there. Get him, that's him. And he goes after him again, like, yo, hold on. And these people are coming over there to see what the hell just happened. I'm only guessing, y'all, because it is grainy as fuck when you zoom in. Then they stop Karmelo. Okay, so with me showing this, are y'all still saying jumped? With it zoomed in right here, do y'all still say he got jumped? I want to know from the chat. I don't know what's going on. I'm only asking y'all because I'm not giving any opinions until the end of this show. I'll tell y'all what I might have seen or what I might not have seen. So y'all tell me in the chat, was he jumped? Tell me in the chat, was this a jump? Yes or no? And thank you for that $50. True, I truly appreciate that. Salute, salute, salute. Also, who else threw me up some bread? Salute to, who's it? Chad Powers says, I zoomed in. Austin mushes Karmelo. Another guy on his left mushes him. And then Karmelo throws a hand forward and runs up the bleachers. Okay, I'm about to watch again because I can't see what's going on clearly. I don't know what's going on right here. It's grainy. So I can only see people just sitting in the tent. It looks like two people are arguing, but then again, I can't tell who is who and what is going on right here. It's very, very grainy. So, and it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what y'all think. I'm just reporting, y'all gonna decide. So come on now. We can't see all of that. Yeah, I can't. All I can see is I see two figures. Looks like I can't tell if they're arguing. I don't know what's going on. I can only assume that they're arguing. And again, you're gonna see someone push. I don't see two people push. I see one. It happens so fast. Look, when they come face to face, it seems to be two people, which is Karmelo and Austin. Now the push comes right here, I believe. Boom. He falls back, as you see. You can't see where my mouse is, but if you look at that little shadow figure, that's the gray. That's Karmelo. He pushes back, but then simultaneously he lunges forward. And looks like that's probably where he stabbed him at right there. And then boom, Austin kind of stumbles. Karmelo pops out the tent. Look again. Now let's play it. Boom, you see him push him. I can't tell if there's one person. I can't tell. It's so grainy. What do y'all see? Tell me what y'all see. I want to read the chat real quick. We can't see what you were talking about. How can y'all can't see what I'm showing y'all? Press okay, do me a favor. Everybody press the three dots and remove the live chat. Everybody press the three dots at the top right-hand corner of your screen, and where it says live chat, uncheck it. That's all you got to do. I'm going to play it again. You see, if you look at the top right-hand corner of your screen, hit those three dots and then remove the live chat and then just reverse it to bring the chat back. All you got to do is go to the top right-hand corner of your screen, click the three dots, and then where it says live chat, uncheck it, and then you'll be able to see your whole screen. I just did it on mine. Uncheck it, and then we're going to play it again. Everybody ready? Drop the gems when you did it. Everybody take off your live chat right now. Everybody remove their live chat. Everybody remove your live chat. Everybody press the three dots at the top right-hand corner and remove your live chat and drop the gems whenever you've done it so I can play it again. And we'll go from there. Do me a favor. I'm going to say it one more time. The three dots at the top right-hand corner of your screen, click those three dots. And mods, you got to tell them. Y'all got to help me out, mods. You know, when I'm doing my vertical, you can't see the whole chat. The whole screen. So you need to be directing them to remove their live chat. Click the three dots at the top right-hand corner. I'm going to put this on the screen so y'all can know what to do. Tap those 3 dots at the top right-hand corner, remove the live chat, and then press drop the gems when you've done it so I can play it again. Y'all ready? Drop the gems when you're ready so I can play it again. Yeah, if you watch it on your TV, you'll be able to see everything. I'm gonna play it again. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. All right, so look, we're gonna start at the very beginning. Start at the beginning. You see them all over here in the tent. There's a commotion going on. I'm gonna be slowing it down so y'all can see everything that I see. Now you see, there has to be, this is where the argument has to be taking place at. The argument has to be taking place right here. And as the people come in, mods, I need y'all to tell them what to do because I have to do this. So my moderators, direct them to how to remove the live chat. And then all you got to do is reverse it to bring the chat back. Let's go. If you're just now coming in, hit the 3 dots at the top right-hand corner, remove the live chat so you can see the full screen. Now right here, this is where the push takes place right there. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. You're going to see Austin lean forward and push him. They face to face now. Here comes the push. The push is coming right here. The push is coming right here. Austin is in his face. Austin pushes him. There's not, all I can see is one person and one person. I don't see a jump. I see Austin, what I think is Austin. I don't know if that's Austin. I can only think it is because that's the one that got stabbed. So it has to be Austin right here. Austin pushes him and he lunges forward and does what he does and Austin falls back. You see it again. Look right here. Austin's going to get in his face and push him. And instantly, Karmelo simultaneously does what he does. Now look, Austin pushes him right here. That's the push. And then boom, Karmelo lunges forward, does what he does, and Karmelo pops out that tent and takes off running. That's what I see. Y'all tell me what y'all see. Let's play it again. Boom, the push comes right there. And then Austin gets stabbed right there. Boom, falls. Let's watch it again. The push right there. Austin pushes him. And he didn't even get pushed back anywhere. He stood his ground and did what he did instantly. He just leans back a little bit, lunges forward. They were standing up. He wasn't sitting down. They're standing up face to face. What are y'all, were y'all able to see it now? Are y'all able to see it now? The push comes right here. Right there. Austin pushes him. And Karmelo does what he does instantly, and Austin falls. Also starts tumbling down the bleachers. Karmelo takes off running. No one chases him. One person is right there. One person behind him. But that person runs back. Look, the person, they said he was chased by 4 people. Karmelo pops out the tent. As he runs down, someone decides, no. They ran back. And then Karmelo takes off running. Then the person comes back. Then they start chasing him again, but they stop. They're pointing at him. He's pointing at him right there. Like, yo, get him. He did it. He's pointing at him. He's pointing at Karmelo. Then he takes off running like, yo. He's pointing to Karmelo like, yeah, it's him. I think. I'm just guessing by body language. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I'm just guessing that he's still pointing at him. He's pointing at him right there like him. So it doesn't look like no one was chasing him to fight him. It's someone chasing after him just to say, yo, it's him. And then the people are coming up like, oh, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Looks like those might be adults, but I can't tell. But they're all pointing at him. They're all pointing at Karmelo. If you look at their hands, all of them are pointing at Karmelo. Let's watch it again. When Karmelo pops out that tent, he takes off running. No one chases behind him immediately. Someone comes up right here to point at him to say, yo, stop him. It looks like. I don't know. Here he comes. He's pointing at him. He's pointing at him right there. Then he chases after him. There's someone else that joins in to point at him. They're pointing at him. They're trying to get them to stop Karmelo. 2 people were running behind him, pointing at him. Then a 3rd person comes up, a 4th person comes up, but it doesn't look like they're trying to fight him. It looks like they're trying to stop him. Look, they're all pointing their hands at him. I don't know what's going on. I'm only guessing, y'all. So let's watch it in full one more time, and y'all tell me what y'all see. If you're just now coming into the chat, hit the 3 dots at your top right-hand corner, remove the live chat so you can see the full screen. If you're just now coming into the chat, hit the 3 dots at your top right-hand corner, and then remove the live chat and you'll be able to see the full screen. Let's go. Let's play it in full. They're arguing. He gets pushed and stabbed instantly. Here goes a push. Boom. Stab. Takes off running. Pops out. Takes off running down the bleachers. He's going to stumble. He stumbles down the bleachers, falls on his knees. Gets up, takes off running. Someone chases him behind him. They're pointing at him. And they're running after him now. Another person joins in to point at him. They're pointing at him to get him to stop, it looks like. 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. And they stop him. So, with that being said, now I want to know what y'all saw. What did y'all see? I think he's sitting and surrounded. You can't really see. I don't know that he's sitting down. I see him when you look right here. It looks like there's 2 people face to face. It looks like. But I can't tell if he's sitting down or standing up. But so I'm beyond. I don't know. But look, he gets pushed right there. And it looks like they're face to face. I don't know that Karmelo was sitting down. It looks like he was standing up. But he instantly lunges at him. Karmelo lunges back at him, and then you see Austin fall right there. Boom, Austin falls. It starts tumbling down the bleachers. So we've got a lot of mixed reviews about this. We've gotten a lot of mixed reviews about this, chat. What are y'all thinking? You can't make any analysis from this. You can't. I can only guess. I can only speculate. Y'all told me to zoom in. We got the zoomed in video. And here we go. Y'all told me to zoom in. This is a zoomed in video. They enhanced the video. It appears to be. It says breaking. This is an enhanced security video that captured from a distance the seconds before the moment Karmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf. Prosecutors highlighted Anthony as he left the scene before he was arrested. This is the first time this video has been made available to the public. You can see what appears to be a brief back and forth movement under the Memorial High School tent before Anthony runs out. Allegedly. Allegedly. Man. It's just sad, bro. They show where Austin got stabbed at too. They show Austin's clothes was all bloody. I ain't gonna show that. But they did release Karmelo has blood on his hands. Then you can see the knife clear as day. Now what I am gonna do is show y'all what he got stabbed with. This is the knife. I'm about to pull it up. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all what he got hit with. Let me show y'all real quick. Hold on, let me go here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm about to show y'all something. Hold on. Hold y'all horses real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. All right, so let me go here. Let me download this. This is what he got stabbed with. All right. So let me unshare that and show y'all this. Entire screen. Oops, damn it. Why'd I do that? Share screen, entire screen. All right, here we go. All right, so let's go here. All right, where is it at? All right, here we go. This is what he got stabbed with right here. That's the knife. What does that look like to y'all? What does that look like to y'all in the chat? Like I said, I'm only here to report, but this is what he got stabbed with. What is this, y'all? You can bring your live chat back up now. If you hit the 3 dots at the top right-hand corner, you can bring your live chat back up. What does this appear to be? What does this appear to be, chat? They said a knife, a knife. a jackknife, knife. They said, oh my God, pocket knife, knife. The video jump, man. It's edited. Come on. I got one of them. Tactical knife, nothing. Blade. It's a normal pocket knife. That's the knife on the bleacher bench. It's a knife, some sort of pocket knife. And I got one of those. It's a knife. Mine is black. A box cutter, pocket knife, 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 pocket knife. Definitely a knife. Killing tool, pocket knife. How do we know it's his? Look, I don't. This is what I don't know, man. Look, I didn't hear him say it wasn't, so I don't know. This is what they said he hit him with. Everybody been saying it's a multi-tool. Some people say it's a knife. I'm just saying this is in the evidence. I don't know what it is. Y'all tell me what it is. It's just a blade. He didn't have to aim it at the heart. If he was scared, he would have ran instead of threatening Austin. They said, I have one and it's a weapon for me. They said, that's a straight up knife. They said, damn, that's a fuck around and find out. They said, why they released this video on Juneteenth. I believe they released it because everybody, I don't know if it was me that got them to do this shit. So I don't know, but I'm just saying, I know that I definitely said I'm going up there and we gonna get some answers, and I'm not stopping until we get some answers. And they gave us answers. I don't know if these are the right answers. All I'm saying is they gave us something. I don't know. Everybody been begging for this shit, and when it comes out, no one's happy about it. So I don't know. Y'all said y'all wanted the video. Y'all said y'all want to see the evidence. Y'all want to see the knife. They finally started showing shit. Everybody don't want to see it no more. So I don't know. I can only report. This is what they gave us. They said that this is the knife that he hit him with. This is the knife that he hit him with, y'all. So I don't know. What is this? Y'all tell me what this is. Is this a knife? Yes or no? If it's a knife, type yes. If it's not a knife, type no. Type yes or no. Is this a knife in the chat? They said that's not a tool. Dang. Said no blood. They said because they wanted to give the public the reason why they found him guilty. I don't think he was aiming. He said yes, 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 no, yes, yes, yes. It's a knife though. Let's see who is giving the info though. Yes, 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 yes. So a lot of people are saying yes. So there we go. That's the evidence that they hit him with. That is the evidence that they hit him with right there. That they're saying that that's the knife that he took out Austin with. Let's go back to the videos. Let's get over here. Let's go. And this is again the video that they showed us. And you can't really see what's going on here. You can only just see him walking over there, and then they showed the knife in the end. And this is what they're saying that he hit him with. That was in his backpack. That's the knife. That's the backpack. All I could do is report what they gave us. That's all I can do is report what they gave us. Let's go back over here to the videos. Let's watch this.
Under a memorial pen.
Don't reach for anything,
Watch
all
this
right, man?
again.
Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Anyway, he's on you like that. Oh, look here.
Copy, I'll be in route.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspect detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. There's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Received.
This is the alleged suspect. All right. cursing at all? Nothing. Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing, no stabbing? Not bad.
I'm gonna be out with the Breaking.
A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay.
What are y'all thinking?
All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the latest suspect. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing on.
413. Check the leave CBR office for a witness.
Breaking.
That's Karmelo saying he told him not to put his hands on him. He did it. In these situations, you just gotta not say nothing.
Up to you. It's up to you. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
I'm wearing some little under. No, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, K-A-R-M-E-L-O.
Check out.
Breaking.
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head.
So he is not crying.
Your hood here, buddy, okay? Well, I'll tell you what. Lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay? All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? All right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo?
So right there, you see them arresting him, and there's nothing else in that video that's going to show anything. Let's get to the next video. Let's get to the next video. I don't know, y'all. Y'all got to tell me what y'all are thinking about this.
Supposedly, there was a 10-year deal that was offered to Karmelo that he shot down. The family did. No, we ain't taking that. We fighting this. We beating this. When they gonna learn? Don't put your hands on nobody. Them white folks. But again, when he was retained, it seemed like he started taking to the internet like a lot of these lawyers do, starting to try to respond to TikTok and other comments. I ran across one video that was especially haunting. Mike Howard Law. We got a little caption on this. It says, trial or plea deal. He says, should you go to trial or take a plea deal? That's the $1 million question. What an ironic use of words. Given he was paid $75,000 and the other lawyer wanted, almost 300, upwards of $500,000. Should you go to trial or take a plea deal? That's the $1 million question, and your life can literally depend on it. Criminal defense lawyer Mike Howard explains how he walks his clients through the most difficult decisions. Folks, listen to this man's words.
Plea bargaining gets a bad rap, and a lot of the critique about plea bargaining in the criminal justice system is totally fair. But whether or not you take your case to jury trial or take a plea deal, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to that. I get clients that ask me all the time, you're my lawyer, what do you think I should do? Should I take this case to trial or not? And, I, of course, walk them through what I think of the case, how strong I think the evidence against them is, what I think their defenses could be, and how they might play out in front of a jury. But at the end of the day, that's only step one of the conversation. The most important step, the most important decision is your risk tolerance. Of course you want to win, but what if you don't? Are you willing to accept the risk of going to trial? Because look, putting your case, putting your life in a criminal case in the hands of a jury, in Texas, in the hands of 12 people for a felony or 6 people for a misdemeanor, and accepting that you don't have control over that's a big gamble. And if you're willing to take that gamble, if you know in your heart that after the trial, if you lose, you can accept that, and you can accept whatever comes next and say, you know what, it sucks that I lost, but I'm glad I took my shot. I'm glad I had my day in. Plea bargaining gets a bad rap.
Ain't nobody saying, you know what, I'm glad I took my shot. I'm glad I got my chance. Did you hear what he said? He said, listen, how big is your risk tolerance? Are you willing to accept what's going to happen if we go in front of those 12 jurors in Texas and lose? You can't tell me he weren't talking about Karmelo's case right here. Folks, this video is from 73 weeks ago. I got to imagine this was right around the time he started gaining a lot of relevancy because of the Karmelo Anthony case. The only comments on this video are, of course, hidden comments that came after the verdict where people are just talking shit about this guy. Trash. Your defense was a joke. Seriously? Victim impaled himself? Disgusting. Oh my God, are we talking about the fact that Austin Metcalf stabbed himself? Is that what you're literally saying in this comment section? You're a pathetic loser. Hey, he's only as strong as the case that you give him.
If you know in your heart that after the trial, if you lose, you can accept that and you can accept whatever comes next and say, you know what, it sucks that I lost, but I'm glad I took my shot. I'm glad I had my day.
At the end of the video, when he's like, gee golly whiz, buddy, shucks, we lost. That just sounds unbelievably like soft to me. I kind of get a sense of this guy. You know, obviously, I truly believe he didn't have a leg to stand on with the defense. You tried to advise the family. I'm sure you did. Hey, look, we'd be better suited to take this plea bargain. I know you don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. Everybody wants to say, well, we're paying for you. You're supposed to be a good lawyer. You should be able to beat this. Man, this dude don't sound like no freaking pit bull in the courtroom to me. Man, I need somebody who's going to be... I need somebody who's going to go up into that courtroom like that guy who represented himself with the wicks in his hair. You remember the dude that had the big high top, flat top with the wicks? And when he walked up into the courtroom, he said to the jury, I ain't here to play no mother games with y'all. You remember that guy?
Well, we do remember him, and that motherfucker, I think he got life. But anyway, needless to say, I did hear that they did offer Karmelo a plea deal. I did hear that. I did hear that a plea deal was offered, and the family decided to reject said plea deal. Now, if it was a 10-year deal and he got 35, I mean, you got screwed in the end on that. Probably should have took that 10. You would have done about 6-7 years on that. Well, they said 50%, you would have did 5 years. You would have been eligible for parole in 5 years. But we don't know if that's true or not. But allegedly that was.
Karmelo Anthony's case seems to be getting better and better every day. You see, your boy, Judge Roach, it seems as though the apple don't fall far from the tree. Judge Roach that resided over Karmelo Anthony's case seemed to be a junior. And guess who senior was? Yeah. He worked for Collin County District Attorney's Office. Roach Senior. Come to the front. We need y'all roaches up here. Let's talk about it. Seems as though Karmelo Anthony's Judge John Roach Jr.'s daddy, attorney John Roach Sr., along with Collin County District Attorney Milner and Assistant District Attorney Greg Davis, and at that time, Texas Attorney General Greg Abbott. Sound familiar? Yeah, Greg Abbott. Were all in cahoots together to bring down the new seating judge, Judge Suzanne Wooten. Now let's get into it. I'm going to take it straight from the legal document. Read it to you. In March 2008, Wooten defeated Judge Charles Sandoval in the Republican primary election for the seat on the 380th District Court in Collin County, Texas. She went on to win in the general election and took the bench in January 2009. The day after the primary, Sandoval went to Collin County District Attorney's office and demanded that the office investigate Wooten and find a crime. Sounds like Karmelo's case, huh? Yeah, let's talk about it. It goes on to say, Collin County District Attorney's Office obliged and began investigating Wooten's alleged misbehavior without the assistance of any law enforcement entity. Christopher Milner, the head of Collin County District Attorney's Special Crimes Unit, led the investigation. John Roach Sr., as district attorney, oversaw Collin County District Attorney's Office during the relevant period. Collin County's District Attorney's Office investigation proceeded on the general theory that Wooten received bribes from two campaign contributors, David and Stancy Carey. The bribes were made through Wooten's media consultant, James Spencer. Collin County District Attorney's Office investigated and eventually prosecuted her, even though it knew her actions were not criminal. Collin County District Attorney wanted Wooten to leave the bench because it disagreed with her rulings in some criminal cases. Collin County was not the only office involved in the investigation. Relatively soon after the investigation began, Milner requested assistance from the office of the then Texas Attorney General, Greg Abbott. Specifically, Milner asked for help from Assistant Attorney General Harry White because White had experience prosecuting election law violations. White became involved in the investigation in December 2008, operating under the authority of the Collin County District Attorney Ann Roach, that's senior. He participated initially as a special assistant district attorney, was deputized as such in September 2009. They did a special deputize. They deputized this man to investigate this woman, and was eventually appointed attorney pro tem for the investigation in July 2010. As part of the investigation, several grand juries were convened. The first grand jury subpoena was issued September 2008, months before Wooten took the bench in January 2009. Multiple subpoenas for documents issued that fall. The following year, Milner began issuing grand jury subpoenas for various people connected with Wooten's campaign. Milner grand jury shopped, meaning he avoided presenting Wooten's criminal case to a grand jury so that he could continue using the grand juries to investigate her. The third grand jury convened in the fall of 2009, wrote the presiding district judge and explained that they felt the case against Judge Wooten was unnecessary and a waste of taxpayers' dollars, and that no crime had been committed. Ultimately, they did convict her. She was charged. After all this criminal stuff they had going on, she was eventually charged. She and her constituents. All in all, they ended up appealing it to the Court of Criminal Appeals, and it was overturned. Her conviction was overturned, and they got in trouble, and the Collin County ended up having to pay her $600,000. This is the type of corruption that seems to be going on in Collin County. And unfortunately, Karmelo Anthony's case is caught up in the same bullshit. Well, here's proof. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Collin County's corruption will soon come to an end. Drop down in the comments how you feel about Karmelo Anthony's case now that you know this new information. And don't forget to like, share, and follow me for more.
What do y'all think about that? Collin County, the judge, if y'all were paying attention to that, the judge's daddy has been caught up in some corruption itself over a similar case that someone was wrongfully charged and wrongfully convicted, and that case was overturned, and they ended up paying the woman $600,000, and they're saying this might be one and the same. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I know that that is true, but I don't know if they're going to overturn this or what's going to happen with this case. But Collin County has been known to be in a lot of corrupted cases. Allegedly. Let's get to the next video. Again, a zoomed in clip. You can't really tell what's going on. You just see a shove and a stab, allegedly. And Karmelo just pops up out the top of the tent, takes off running. You don't really know what's going on here. You just know something is going on. Was it self-defense? Was it not self-defense? That's for you to determine. I don't know. It's up to you. We report, you decide. Was that self-defense, chat? I don't know. But I do know that whatever we seen was a knife. But he just popped up at the top of that damn tent like that, though. Let's see it again. He pops up at the top of that tent, and he just took off after that. He like, fuck this. I'm getting the hell up out of here. I wish he would have just ran off at first instead of whatever he did. You know what I'm saying? Right down there. We can't tell what's going on. All we do know is there's a commotion down there, and some people may or may not have jumped him. We don't know. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Let's continue.
Okay, so this is an update video. Remember when I was like, is Karmelo dad a Mason? So no, I do not think he's a Mason. I just think they need prayer warriors. So last night I was watching Lakeisha's YouTube channel, and she brought in a lawyer from Texas, right? In the live, the lawyer from Texas, or attorney for Texas, basically said all the local people around Texas know that Dominique guy is a character, and allegedly, according to this lawyer, that he a low-key little grifter. And apparently every case that he touches, that he tries to speak and be the family's advocate, and he goes on the news, he always makes it a race war, and that people always end up losing. So basically, when Dominique said no black lawyers came out and approached me, guess what? They can't, because it's against the law according to Texas, and it's called an ambulance chaser. So no lawyer is supposed to approach the family. Instead, the family has to approach a lawyer that they want. So again, this goes back to people need to go to God, Jesus, Jehovah in prayer and ask for guidance. And unfortunately, this family keeps coming around grifters that is basically trying to capitalize off of the family and gain money, while the family is literally fighting for their life for their son.
Some people say the family are grifters. Some people say that the activists or the people that they connect themselves with are grifters. And if you don't know what a grifter is, it's people who just, they want some goddamn money and want to steal some money from some people. I don't know if the family is grifters or not, but I've heard some things about the family. Don't know how true this stuff is, but I heard they bought a nice house and a few cars along the way. That's just what I heard. I don't know. I don't know if this stuff is true. I just know that that's what they're saying.
For the trial, and this is when I felt bad for him. Once the verdict was rendered, his family and other advocates got up and left. They left him by himself for sentencing and for victim impact statements. I was amazed. I actually felt a little bit sorry at that time, because I was like, I can't believe you are up here by yourself and you're fixing to go to prison and they abandoned you. It speaks of their character, not mine.
Listen to him again, man. What is Jeff talking about?
Part of the trial, And this is when I felt bad for him. Once the verdict was rendered, his family and other advocates got up and left. They left him by himself for sentencing and for victim impact statements. I was amazed. I actually felt a little bit sorry at that time because I was like, I can't believe you are up here by yourself and you're fixing to go to prison and they abandoned you. It speaks of their character, not mine.
Jeff is saying that the family got up and left him as the verdict was read, as they sentenced him. They just left him. What do y'all think? Y'all think that's true, or do you think that's not true? I don't know, man. Jeff be having a lot to fucking say. You never know about Jeff, man. That dude is a
Karmelo Anthony. Look on the bright side. Your parents both bought brand new cars, a house, and an all-white neighborhood. Even though your parents says it was racism because it was an all-white jury. But yet your parents didn't think it was racist enough to take that $650,000 and move into an all-white neighborhood. Those white jurors, all 12, were white. And they moved to an all-white neighborhood. So it doesn't sound like racism to me. Y'all have a blessed one.
From my knowledge, they didn't get their hands on that money. To my knowledge, I heard that they did not get their hands on the money, but I did hear that they got their hands on some money, and they, might have bought some cars and a new house with it. I don't know where they got the money from, but that's just alleged. I don't know. I don't believe that they took the $600,000 and did that, because I don't think they ever got the money, from what I heard.
Two types of evidence under the law, and there's not a difference in the two of them. The reason we bring it up is a lot of cases nowadays are talking about evidence, and people get confused on what it is. There is direct evidence and there is circumstantial evidence. Direct evidence is just that. It is direct evidence that tends to prove to a jury the guilt of somebody. It is a confession. It is an eyewitness. The best example is if you go to work on your day off and boss man gives you your last check and he fires you and he says, we have you on videotape stealing boxes. That is direct evidence that you have committed a theft, if you got that reference. Circumstantial evidence is literally every Destiny's Child song ever. It is a circumstance that somebody has done something wrong. It is a circumstance that somebody believes something. You have lipstick on your collar. You smell a perfume and the person says, I think your ass is cheating. That is circumstantial evidence. It is a chain of events that lead someone to believe that you possibly has done something wrong. If you are sitting in your office and your assistant comes up the stairs and she has a rain hat on and she has her rain jacket on and she has an umbrella and she is wet, then you could be like, well, you know what? Circumstances suggest that it's raining outside. The law says there's no difference. Now, what the judge will always tell the court is, or tell the jury is, look, just because it's circumstantial and just because it's chain and just because it has the same weight as direct, mere suspicion is not enough, and the defense has a right to say, well, that's not what happened. Maybe your assistant is just batshit crazy and just likes to go play inside of sprinklers. You still have a right to challenge what is happening here. We bring this up because of all the cases that are currently happening in the country. There's a question over direct versus circumstantial evidence on what it is. If you look at the Luigi case, people are saying that there is video of him shooting somebody in the head. That is direct evidence. If you look at the David case is a circumstantial evidence case because they do not have someone says, I seen him do it. I seen it with his own eyes. But what they do have is a chain of events, of facts that could make it more likely that he is the person who did something. And if the state can prove that chain, this person was the last person to see him. He got an Uber and brought this person over to see him. He ordered death type material from Amazon, still strange. He has a blue tub in which a human body could be found in. There's DNA and blood found all over his place. The human body was found inside of his Tesla truck. Inside of her body is stuff from the blue tub. Her phone never was used again after she spent time with him. These are circumstances that creates a circumstantial evidence that somebody could possibly have done it. Again, I find it strange when defense attorneys get up on press conference and say, we are not worried about this case. It is purely circumstantial. And you say that like crazy. You say that to the jury, and then the judge at the end of the case says, you know what? Circumstantial evidence is just as strong as direct evidence. The more you know.
So, what do y'all think? Circumstantial evidence in the Karmelo Anthony case, or did they have enough evidence to convict him? Obviously, they felt like they did, and they also got eyewitnesses there to say he did it. So, it's kind of not circumstantial whenever you got somebody saying, "We seen him do it. He did that shit." Allegedly. Let's continue.
So let me get this straight. Two teenage boys had a disagreement. One killed the other. The internet immediately turned it into racism. But what I want you to do is tell me who's really racist. One of those families ran to the media, set up a GoFundMe saying they want to put my little black boy in prison because he took a white kid's life. The other parents got a gag order. They had to shut the fuck up. Don't mention that their white child was murdered inside of a place where he was supposed to be safe. Since then, they've been doxxed. Their home have been swatted multiple times. Since the burial, niggas went and pissed on that dead kid's grave. They've threatened violence against this quiet victim family, and now made a song and a dance move off of the dead kid. And the father of that dead kid simply said, "I forgive Karmelo Anthony. He could have walked away, and my son could have walked away. Us as adults need to do better." That's what the dead kid's father said. Now the parents and friends and family and organization behind the one that actually took that kid's life are screaming racism when niggas have been doing and have done everything and more that I said in this video. So my question is, who the fuck is really racist?
Now, I got to say, I know a lot of people are not going to agree with what he just said, but I find it crazy that adults are even doing some of the shit that they did, like going to a kid's grave. Well, he was an adult and he's an adult now, but just going up to like a teenager's grave and peeing on it and, you know, making dance moves over it. I don't disrespect the dead. I mean, no matter what people do, me personally, I don't agree with disrespecting dead people. I don't do that. I won't ever do that. And I don't agree with anybody who does that. Now, was Austin in the wrong? Yeah, could have been in the wrong. Was Karmelo in the wrong? Could have been in the wrong. I don't know who was in the wrong because I wasn't there to even know what the fuck was going on. It's not my judgment to say who was wrong and who was right. I just know that nobody deserved to lose their life and they both could have walked away. But in the same sentence, you know what I'm saying? Is this the one I just played? Let me see. Is that the one I just played? So, it is. Okay. Yeah, but I just don't agree with disrespecting, especially as adults. Bro, I can see, well, I can't understand it, but if a kid did the shit, then okay, whatever. But you adults doing this shit, it's kind of weird, bro. Like, what the fuck is y'all? I don't get it, but let's continue. Let's get to the next video.
All right. So go look at my video that I stitched with Sean Kent. And there's an attorney up there because that'll give the provenance to explain this to you guys because you're going to believe him. And he set up exactly what happens when your counsel fails to object to something during trial. When there is a failure of your counsel in silence, it does not preserve that objection to be able to challenge it on direct appeal. That is an unpreserved objection. So everything his counsel fucked up and did wrong, none of those issues come up on his direct appeal. He has to go through his appellate proceedings, and then after that, he brings a post-conviction claim. This is how most states operate. You don't bring IAC claims on direct appeal. You bring them in post-conviction motions after your appeal is done. So because there were so many fucking errors, they failed to argue the directed verdict motion with specificity, which means you can't argue what they didn't argue. That argument's not preserved. You have to make the argument somewhere. Your attorney's got to make the argument somewhere. So in a motion for a new trial, we bring all this stuff up. It goes right to the trial court right now. The judge rules. Whatever he rules on, All those issues are therefore then preserved for this same appeal. So he can appeal those issues right now. Otherwise, he waits 18 months to 3 years until after his appeal is done to be able to bring the biggest fucking challenges to get his sentence overturned for a new trial. That's how this works, okay? So when your attorneys fuck up and they don't say, hey, Your Honor, objection, and then the judge doesn't rule, sustain, overrule, they're not preserved for direct appeal. Meaning, you can't challenge something that isn't there. Your attorneys have to make a challenge first. This is a vehicle that allows them to make that challenges right now to preserve all the records so they are in the appellate record. If he doesn't do it, he's got to wait.
You hear that? So the things that people keep bringing up about the lawyer cannot be brought up in his appeal process because they never objected to damn near anything. They just let shit rock out. I mean, is that his lawyer's fault? Yeah. But I mean, y'all should have been putting pressure on the lawyer. I wouldn't look, man. If it was me on trial for some shit and my lawyer wouldn't object, I would be, hey, are you going to object to some of this shit? You just going to let them get away with this? Carmelo's a kid, but as a parent, you got to say something. Somebody got to say something like, hey, bro, they railroaded my son. Or I'd be like, nigga, they trying to railroad me. You better get up there and object to some shit. I would have been whispering in my lawyer ear the whole goddamn trial. Got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna just sit here and them. Nah, I ain't accepting none of this. You better do your damn job. I paid you. You gonna do your damn job. Let's continue.
Hey, you guys. So we got an update. So Karmelo Anthony has a lawyer that is joining his appeals team as he cannot pay for counsel. So y'all, let's get into it. So it says, Frisco, Texas, Karmelo Anthony has secured another lawyer in his fight to appeal his conviction. He was tried and convicted and sentenced to 35 years behind bars earlier this month for the unaliving of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas. He has since filed a notice of appeal. Collin County court records indicate criminal defense attorney Laura Barcamonte Davila is his current court-appointed lawyer. Before Barcamonte Davila was appointed, Fox News Digital learns that the court briefly appointed criminal defense attorney Donnie Perales. He is no longer representing Anthony. While Barcamonte Davila is a current court-appointed appellate attorney, in an email to Fox News Digital, Perales said it is expected that the Anthony family will retain an attorney for the appeal. Court records indicate days after his June 9th conviction, Anthony appealed for what is known as TDFA, indigent packet, in his appeal, which according to the Texas Fair Defense Act is where a defendant can apply for court-appointed attorney if he or she is ineligible. To qualify a defendant must prove he or she cannot afford legal representation. Anthony said he was a penniless, destitute, and indigent person too poor to employ counsel to represent me on the appeal in a court document he filed on his own. It says Fox News Digital previously reported that records indicate that Anthony's family was tied to several businesses in Louisiana and Texas, and even opened businesses weeks before. I'm not sure of that. I cannot confirm or deny that. But however, it is said that Karmelo's family is possibly going to attain a appeals lawyer for his appeals case. Now, with that being said, we know that Karmelo Anthony's trial and his case really, to me and to a lot of people, was unjust. It wasn't fair. The mother, Kayla, even said those kids lied on the stand. They all lied, basically. And this is what a lot of people are saying. They said all the kids' stories basically are lies. They said they also had some kind of ball in their hand. You know, they have like stress balls.
but all of them had it every time each one of them testified on the stand, and that those kids were really truly really basically trained to tell what they wanted to tell as far as the prosecution team for being their what am I trying to say? Witnesses. There you go. I'm like, spit it out. But I think that he will win the appeals case because I believe it was unjust too. When they first didn't even have a juror of his peers. Let's start there. Then when they were saying that the witnesses, people who were in the court said the witnesses, when they were being questioned, when they were testifying, the DA, the prosecution team was basically saying, so did Karmelo commit murder? They were like, yes. You can't ask a witness that, from what I'm being told, of course. What would they know about what really the definition or what that really entails as far as being charged for that? So all these things is just like weird, very suspicious in nature. And as far as Jeff Metcalf, I do believe that he's racist. I do believe that. Just my opinion. And I believe that he didn't go to Dominique, the representative for the family. His name is Dominique. They were having something, I believe it was in Dominique's office, and it was like, I think a prayer or something they were having. And then next thing you know, Jeff shows up. Jeff Metcalf shows up. Now, had that been the other way around, y'all, that would have been a terrible situation. I don't think he was coming there to bring peace and all this other stuff. I don't believe that. And anybody who says or believes that, I don't believe that, not for one moment. His racist rant was so disgusting. He called Karmelo Anthony's mother, Kayla, a drunk bee. That's crazy. How do you know she's a drunk bee? How do you know that? You're absent father. You even said you live an hour away from them. So how are you going to call somebody a drunk bee when you're absent father? You know, then you saying things about Karmelo's father. But Karmelo's father, you know, yeah, he's there, a whole family. Yeah, and then you had all these things to say about black people, baby mamas, and all kind of food stamps and all these other things. When you, sir, were not even living in the same house, under the same four corners as your children. But what I do believe is that Jeff raised his boys to be racist. I'm sorry. To be that other races are beneath them, that they're like supposed to be in charge. It's always about them. Like as a white person, that, you know, these things is what, you know, what they're entitled to as living here, I guess, in America. But the things that he was saying was so disgusting. But I pray and I do believe that Karmelo Anthony will get a fair appeal if everything is presented properly, if they gather all of their witnesses and also gather all of the the experts. They get all the experts in there, tell about, you know, Karmelo having seizures, things that you know, probably kind of onset a seizure or things that could make him react, being that he is epileptic in those tense type of situations. But we just keeping, you know, the faith. We're going to pray for the Karmelo Anthony family. Said that Austin lost his life, but at the same time, I believe that this was self-defense, and it's going to show if these appellate lawyers do their due diligence and you know, present a case. Like, they need somebody like they need Brian Steele in this situation. Brian Steele was a beast. When I went to the Diddy trial, Brian Steele and the whole team was a beast. But we know how expensive that was because it was a lot. But y'all, needless to say, Karmelo Anthony has a new appellate attorney for his appeals case. And y'all, we're going to stay tuned and see how this transpires. But y'all, leave with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.
What do y'all think about that? I ain't gonna lie, man. He probably would have been better off with a damn court-appointed attorney versus the dude that he ended up getting in the first place. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think Karmelo would have been better off with a damn court-appointed. And Yellow Beezy going to trial with that lawyer? Sheesh. Well, good luck, Yellow Beezy. I don't give a fuck what happened with you. I hope they lock your goofy ass up. But let's continue.
Documents revealing that a prominent right-wing activist has been charged with making a terroristic threat to allegedly kill Karmelo Anthony. Jake Lang spent 4 years in prison for the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Our J.D. Miles with the exclusive new details from the Cullen County Courthouse.
We reported on this arrest last week, but up until now, it hasn't been revealed what led to it. Jake Lang was out here earlier this month with hundreds of other demonstrators. We learned today from court documents he was reportedly recorded on a live stream video saying that he was going to kill Karmelo Anthony with a gunshot to the head.
Fix your culture. Fix your culture.
These are some of the videos that show right-wing activist Jake Lang confronting supporters of Karmelo Anthony outside the Collin County Courthouse on the first day of testimony in Anthony's murder trial. It was on that day, June 4th, when authorities say Lang was recorded on video saying to someone, "He won't be playing basketball. I will be waiting outside this courthouse." Guess what? Headshot done. Authorities say an unidentified individual responded, "So you going to kill Karmelo Anthony?" To which Lang reportedly answered, "Yes, yes, I will." The Texas Fusion Center, which was covertly monitoring the courthouse for threats, along with social media and live streams, used facial recognition technology to identify Jake Lang as the person on the video making the threat to Anthony's life. The 31-year-old from Florida was arrested while trying to leave the state and has been in the Collin County Jail with a $1 million bond, charged with making a terroristic threat. It's a felony that comes with a 2 to 10-year sentence if convicted. Here is a recording of the live stream, which got Lang in serious trouble.
And I'll be right here too.
Headshot.
And I'll be right here too. So you gonna kill him? Yes. So you gonna kill Karmelo Anthony? Yes, I will.
Lang has a history of arrests since he was pardoned by President Trump after spending 4 years in prison for the January 6th, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol. At the time of this latest arrest, authorities say Lang was already violating a criminal trespass warning he received outside the Collin County Courthouse 2 days earlier, which banned him from the property for 30 days. CBS News Texas discovered that Lang has an online fundraising account that's collected nearly $50,000 on the exact same crowdfunding website as one that just days ago shut down an account to collect money for the family of Karmelo Anthony. Lang is scheduled to appear for a bond hearing tomorrow in the same court in front of the same judge, John Roach Jr., who presided over the Karmelo Anthony murder trial. In McKinney, J.D. Miles, CBS News, Texas.
And ultimately, they ended up reducing his bond. What did he get? It was $1 million bond. It got reduced to $250,000 for a terroristic threat. Let's see. It says, every time things like this happen, it becomes a race thing. All the racist people on both sides comes out and show their ASS. It's sad. Salute. Thank you, Vicky, for the $5. It says, if you use X-ray, you can see Austin and someone else rock Mellow. Use X-ray. Thank you for the $5. Salute Austin and homie Mush Mellow. He stabs. It's self-defense. Salute to Gary. Salute to AO Ready. I appreciate that. I see Austin talking smack. Then he mushes Mellow. Another guy on the opposite side mushes Mellow. Then Mellow stabs. Definitely self-defense. I see Austin mushes Mellow. Another guy pushes on the left, and Mellow stabs and runs up the bleachers. Austin drops. Karmelo runs. From what I see, from what the old lady was saying about it, looked like he fell into the knife and it was not a stab. I see why they say that now, because he's at the top. I zoomed in. Austin mushes Mellow. Another guy on his left mushes him, and then Karmelo throws his hand forward and runs up the bleachers. So where's the part with the two boys left to distract the coaches? Didn't they say that could be seen on the video, or was that a witness testimony? It's a good one, J Rock. Jumped, but dude looked like he was pushed from the front and also from behind as well, but can't really tell. It says when you first started the video, it showed four guys going up the bleachers. Next thing, it's the tent. It's jumped. I stand with Carmelo. He's being framed. Says thank you for taking the case. And it says look like he was pushed into the kid and how he ended up poking him. Let's see, Ratchet. We love you. I love you right back. I'm trying to read everybody who's had something to say. Okay, I think that's all the people who sent something. But salute to everybody for the donations. What do y'all think, man? I don't know. With seeing the videos now, do you guys still believe that he was jumped? Do you guys still believe that it was 4-on-1? I also heard that there was a headlock. I heard that there was he was punched and his face was all puffy and he had dreadlocks or wicks missing out of his hair. And I heard a lot of different versions of this story. Now that you've seen the video, do y'all think that he was jumped? What do y'all think? I need to drink some Gatorade. Hold on. What do y'all think? I think Carmelo is staying in jail. That's what they said. No, he wasn't jumped. If he was jumped, why didn't they tell the police as soon as he was taken into custody? That's what I had to say about that too. Because whenever he said, I told him not to put his hands on me, you would have thought he would have been like, man, I was jumped. Yo, they was jumping me. I had to defend myself. But then again, from my knowledge, that he never said he was jumped during the trial either. From to my knowledge, I don't believe that he ever said he was jumped. I don't know. I wasn't at the trial watching the testimony and stuff like that. So I don't know. Said, look at his right eye. I couldn't see him on the video. I couldn't see his face. I'm still saying self-defense until I see it clearly different. So he doing 35 to the door. I bet he stabbed someone. I said, yeah, look at his right eye. I need to see it clear. I don't want to assume. It said, same way people claimed white student Caden used a weapon against unarmed Hispanic student and people called it self-defense. Sorry, I poked a knife through your heart, just a seizure. It says the video jumped and you see that Melo is running and the timestamp don't add up. Vicky, it's not about race. It's about equal justice. When one gets 10 years and another gets 35 years and another gets to go home free, it's called common sense. Wake the fuck up. We're not being silenced anymore. It says, if there's nothing to hide, it shouldn't be a problem releasing the footage. It says the video lines up with the witness's testimony. Carmelo was shoved one time by Austin Metcalf, and Carmelo stabbed Austin and runs. What does it say? Hold on, let me read it right here. Carmelo runs. It's plain as day, just like the witnesses testified. Okay. It says, look at the first mug shot. His eye is puffy. Malicious representation. The video is edited. He didn't take the stand to say, we are speaking on a kid, though, with no criminal history. I'm sure he didn't know how to go about it. This isn't the original video. This is the video from the court. It's not self-defense. He stood his ground. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Oh, salute, Honey Trap. Said, did others plead out though? Need a clear video under the tent. How would you know if he's fixing to get jumped? Carmelo is getting justice in prison. The question needs to be, was Carmelo in that tent minding his business? Was Carmelo approached? Who struck first? Where's the damn questions at? I said, because he was crying. It says, forgive me, I had to keep coming in and out the live, but does it say why the cops video shows year 2016, Ratchet? I have no idea, but I mean, it's clearly Carmelo. Look at his mugshot, Ratchet. You can see his eye. It says, I just saw the video and something don't seem right about the video at all. No, the video don't show ish. You can't see from moving. Another run. Hold on. Somebody just sent me something. Says this was the original police report from that day. Okay, I got the original police report. Give me a second while let me send this to myself. Let me send this to myself. Give me a second. RatchetTv. All right, I got the police report. Hold on. Let's look at the police report. Let's see what the police report says. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Let me pull up this damn police report. Give me 1 second. Let's go to RatchetTv. Man. All right, let me download that. All right, we got the police report right here. Exit out of that, exit out of that, exit out of that. Okay, give me a second. Let's pull up this police report. Hold on. Damn it. All right, there we go. Let me share my screen. All right, let's go here. All right, here goes the original police report right here. Can y'all see that? Make sure y'all can see it. Okay, we should be good. Let me zoom in one more time so y'all can see it better. Let me see. Can y'all see that? Give me 1 second. All right, y'all should be able to see it. All right, let's see. No alcohol use, no drug use. Everything is redacted. It's supposed to be. Let's see. It says on 4/2/2025 at 1001 hours, Staley School Resource Officer E. Cortez heard over the radio dispatch call out a stabbing call at David whatever stadium, 6927A Stadium Lane, Frisco, Collin County, Texas. FPD call notes indicated that an athlete was stabbed. The suspect was reported as being a black male wearing a gray hoodie and blue sweatpants. I immediately left my office and ran across the Staley Middle School parking lot, 6927 Stadium Lane, Frisco, Texas lot, towards a southwest entrance into the stadium. As I entered the stadium, 2 high school age students informed me that the victim was on the north end of the stadium by the bleachers under Memorial High School tent. I did not identify these students. Next, I proceeded towards the north end of the stadium, visitor side, on foot. As I got closer to the north end, I could see the Memorial High School tent with multiple individuals under the tent. Once I arrived onto the north side bleachers, my bad. As I entered the stadium, 2 high school age students informed me that the victim was on the north end of the stadium by the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent. I did not identify these students. Next, I proceeded towards the north end of the stadium visitor side on foot. As I got closer to the north end, I could see the Memorial High School tent with multiple individuals under the tent. Once I arrived onto the north side bleachers, an adult male who was on the track pointed out the suspect. I was not able to identify the witness. The individual that was pointed out to me was a black male wearing gray hooded sweater and dark colored Nike pants. The suspect, damn it, hold on. What's good, bro? I'm live.
$60,000 one day. I told you to pay that little girl that money.
Huh?
Real life street stars had just interviewed old girls.
Oh, you talking about that? I'm on live, bro. I'm on live.
Oh, what y'all live talking about?
I'm on this Karmelo shit.
Man, fuck them people, man. Listen, Ratchet. You didn't get outside. You listen, Karmelo a dirty motherfucker. You hear me?
Yeah.
Carmelo's a dirty motherfucker. You hear me? Listen. What you don't know, when I just found out today, Karmelo had stabbed somebody as a juvenile in Baton Rouge.
Really?
He been did, yeah. That's why they didn't put him on the stand.
Who told you this?
Man, you know, I'm close to the situation. Karmelo has stabbed somebody previously. Nobody put on the stand. Karmelo a dirty motherfucker, bro.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he a dirty motherfucker, bro. Dirty motherfucker.
Well, damn.
Yeah, but my old girl did 60,000 in one day.
I know I should have, but I was busy though. But I'm gonna hit you back after this live.
I bet.
Yeah. That was rainwater. So Rainwater says Karmelo Anthony was stabbed somebody as a juvenile. That's crazy. I did not know that. So we're gonna continue through this police report. Give me 1 second. We're gonna continue through this police report. Wearing a gray hood sweater and a dark colored Nike pants. The suspect at this point on the track on the north end, there was a chain link fence that separated me from the suspect. I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. I asked him if he had any weapons and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence. I did not locate any on his person. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied towards the area where there was an opening in the fence that led off the track. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said he put his hands on me. I then detained the suspect in handcuffs, handcuffed behind his back, and had him sit down on the ground. Officer A. Reese had arrived on the scene at the time. I conducted another pat down of his person and then searched his person after he had, hold on, where was I? And then searched his person after he gave me consent. No weapons were located. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that I had the alleged suspect. The suspect then responds and says, I'm not alleged. I did it. So he said over the intercom, he said, I advised them that I had the alleged suspect. And then Karmelo says, I'm not alleged. I did it. Next, Officer Reese, or Ricky, Reese, I don't know how to say that. And I walked the suspect to the patrol vehicle number 2412. This is Officer A. Reese's patrol car, which was on the northeast gate of the stadium. As we were walking to the squad car, the suspect was emotional and said he put his hands on me. I told him not to. I did not question the suspect about the incident while he was escorted to the patrol vehicle. I searched his person once again, and I had him sit in the back area, driver's side of patrol vehicle 2412. While the suspect was in the back seat, I noticed fresh blood on his left middle finger. I verbally acknowledged that I saw blood out loud so that it would be captured on my body-worn camera. It should also be noted that the suspect asked me, is he going to be okay, while he was in the back seat. I then identified the suspect. He provided his name and date of birth verbally as Karmelo Anthony, black male with the date of birth, and it doesn't say, which I ran through FPD dispatch. Officer J. Hancock arrived on the scene and remained with me and the suspect at this point. Karmelo was then checked via eSchool database for FISD students to also confirm his identity. The identifying information he provided matched the individual I had in custody, Karmelo Anthony. Next, I was advised by Sergeant Holland to transport the subject to the Frisco PD jail. Officer Hancock and I transported him to the FPD jail again. I did not question Karmelo about the incident. Upon arriving at the Frisco jail, Karmelo was escorted in the intake area. FPD jail staff changed him out of into his jail attire. I remained with the jail staff the entire time he was changed over. The clothes that Karmelo was wearing was placed in an FPD paper evidence bag. The clothes remain in my possession from this point on. Upon Karmelo being placed in a jail cell, I continued to keep possession of his clothes. I returned to my patrol 2412 along with Officer Hancock, which was in FPD Sally Port, and placed Karmelo's clothes in the back trunk area. I drove patrol vehicle 2412 out of the Sally Port and parked the squad car in the FPD patrol parking area. Karmelo's clothes remained in the trunk of vehicle 2412. FPD crime scene technician K. Dillard then took possession of Karmelo's clothes. I added my body-worn camera to the case. I have no further information to report. Now, this comes from Officer Allison Reese. It says, I, Officer Reese 3806, was wearing a full Frisco police uniform, and I was operating a fully marked Frisco police vehicle 2412. At about that time, I was dispatched to the report of a stabbing at the stadium, 8825 7th Street, Frisco, Collin County, Texas. Frisco Police Dispatch advised an athlete had been stabbed. The suspect was described as a black male wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt and blue sweatpants. I responded code 3 from the area of El Dorado Parkway and Frisco Street. I arrived on the scene at approximately 1005 hours. When I arrived at the scene, I approached the track field area and saw Officer Cortez kneeling next to a black male wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt and blue sweatpants. The male, later identified as Karmelo Anthony, he was in handcuffs and he was seated on the sidewalk by the entrance to the track. As I approached Officer Cortez stated Anthony was the alleged suspect. Anthony then made a spontaneous statement and stated, "I am not alleged. I did it." Officer Cortez conducted a pat search of Anthony's person to ensure Anthony did not have any weapons and found nothing of evidentiary value. Officer Cortez and I then walked Anthony to my pre-search patrol vehicle, and Anthony was seated in the rear driver's side compartment of my patrol vehicle. While walking to my patrol vehicle, Anthony made another spontaneous statement and stated if what happened could be considered self-defense. I replied by telling Anthony I did not know what happened. It should be noted that the in-car camera in my patrol vehicle was activated prior to Anthony being placed in the patrol vehicle. While Officer Cortez assisted Anthony into my patrol vehicle, I noticed Anthony had blood on his left middle finger. I grabbed my department-issued digital camera and took a photograph of Anthony's hands. I later uploaded the photograph to the crime scene folder under this case number. Officer Cortez remained with my patrol vehicle and Anthony while I provided assistance with security. Nothing further from this officer. Officer Will Otis. On Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025, at around 1001 hours, Frisco Police Department officers were dispatched to Frisco Independent School District, FISD, at the stadium in Collin County, Texas, in reference to a stabbing victim call. Frisco Police Department Emergency Communications was receiving an emergency call regarding an athlete was stabbed. The originally unknown assailant was a black male wearing a gray hoodie and blue sweatpants, and also had a goatee and short hair. The subject was possibly wearing Centennial High School attire, as it was believed he was a student there at the sporting event. This had taken place on the visitor side of the stadium, north side, and the victim was under the Memorial High School tent bleachers. At around the same time, school resource officer SRO Cortez arrived on the scene and began assisting the victim, trainers, and other parties. Officer Cortez also advised the radio that he also had the suspect. Sergeant Otis was working the 50 sector as the sergeant. He was in full Frisco Police Department uniform with distinct patches and badge and police duty belt. He was also in a marked Frisco Police Department patrol vehicle 2315. He was relatively close to the call and placed himself on it around 1002 hours and responded to the call with his patrol vehicle's overhead emergency lights and sirens activated. He arrived to the call around 1006 hours. Sergeant Otis also arrived at the stadium and began walking up to the location. At around this time, Officer Cortez and Officer Reese were talking with the black male suspect away from the stadium. The suspect was crying hysterically. Please see the other involved officers' narratives for their involvement. Sergeant Otis walked up to the visitors' bleachers and observed the victim being treated by Frisco Fire Department, FFD, personnel and athletic trainers. The weather began to turn and it began to heavily downpour rain. At this time, some of the FISD staff moved the memorial tent to cover the victim and the FFD personnel. Sergeant Otis began using his city-issued phone to snap crime scene photos to preserve as much of the scene as possible. Due to the weather and large gathering of people that were involved in the incident, other officers began to set up a crime scene with tape moving non-essential personnel out of the immediate area. The officers on the scene were informed that the knife that was used was tossed and it was still believed to be somewhere close. Eventually, one of the witnesses said they remember seeing it on the bleacher still. Officer Shaw's was able to locate the knife. It was located between rows 9 and 10 near seat 30, closest to the aisle, partially open. The rain began to come down again heavily, and it was determined that instead of moving the knife, the officers would cover it with a large blue tarp. Sergeant Otis assisted in preserving the immediate crime scene as much as possible while the other personnel tended to the victim and eventually transported him. At around this time, Officer Wetzel had the crime scene log and began logging the individuals on that call to the best of his abilities. Lieutenant Crawford and Pemberton relieved Sergeant Otis of the scene. Sergeant Otis went back to the police department to download his body cam and the photos he took with the city issued phone. Sergeant Otis' city issued phone had a total of 33 photos that were used to document the incident scene. During the download of the initial photos, formatting was incompatible with the crime scene folder. He re-downloaded the photos that he took, and they were able to be saved properly for preservation and evidence. At this time, there is nothing further to report. On Wednesday, and this is from Officer Taylor Wetzel. On Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025, Officer T. Wetzel 3698 was assigned to work patrol in the city of Frisco at approximately 1002 hours. I responded to the report of a stabbing at the stadium located in the location. The original call note stated that the athlete had been stabbed in the chest, and the suspect that stabbed the victim goes to Centennial High School. Athletic trainers were on site and were providing care to the victim. I advised he was not conscious and not breathing. The notes also indicated that the suspect was a black male with a goatee and short hair wearing Centennial gear. I arrived on the scene at approximately 1006 hours. When I arrived on the scene, I grabbed a roll of crime scene tape from my trunk and proceeded to the visitors' bleachers where dispatch advised the victim was. While I was walking towards the visitors' bleachers, I was approached by a witness who identified as Jay something, began telling me what happened, and I asked him where the stabbing occurred. He advised it happened under the Memorial High School pop-up tent in the visitors' bleachers. I immediately informed Sergeant Otis where the witnesses stated that the stabbing occurred and gave him the crime scene tape and started securing the crime scene. I had Blank move to the walkway under the visitors' bleachers out of the rain to further speak with me. The following is a summary of contact with Blank. Advised that he was sitting under Memorial High School pop-up tent where his team was near the victim. Austin and the suspect, who later identified as Karmelo Anthony, was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under their team's tent. Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." No one thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and that Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what Blank recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Austin began grabbing his chest and telling everyone to get help. Blank advised that he did not know Anthony's name, but stated another Memorial track member, Blank, was friends with Anthony. I think that's Eddie, because I can see E and P, so that's Eddie. Eddie was friends with Anthony and that he could identify Anthony. Blank described Anthony as a black male, skinny with possibly goatee, short puffy hair, and wearing Centennial High School clothing. This conducted my contact with Blank. I then instructed to start crime scene log. I retrieved a crime scene log from my patrol vehicle and began starting the crime scene log. I was later relieved by Officer Schultz, who took over the crime scene log, and I cleared the scene. Nothing further to my report. Officer Jerry Hancock says, today, while working the SRO at Independence High School, Collin County, a weapons call was dispatched over the air and detailed a stabbing occurred at the stadium. After hearing more dispatch call information, I drove to the scene. While en route, I heard Officer Cortez say he has the suspect in custody. When I got to the scene, I looked for Officer Cortez and went straight to him to hold security with the suspect he had cuffed and secured the police squad. Multiple witnesses were providing statements to officers where the stabbing occurred at Memorial High School track tent. Only a short time later, Officer Cortez and myself escorted the suspect Karmelo Sincere Anthony to the Frisco Adult Holding Facility. Anthony was transitioned off to the jail with staff without incident. All jail paperwork was completed, and CID took the investigation from there. And then this is from Officer Alvin Fisher. On Wednesday, April 2nd at about 1005 hours, Officer Fisher 3696 was dispatched to the stadium in regards to a stabbing. The note stated that an athlete had been stabbed in the chest. He was unconscious and not breathing. When I arrived to the scene, when I arrived to the scene, was already marked off. The suspect was in custody. I began asking people if they witnessed anything. I made contact with Hunter Metcalf and Eddie. They were both breathing heavily and crying due to the nature of the events. They were with coaches on the field and it was pouring down rain. We made the decision to relocate to a locker room just to the east to get out of the rain. Once in there, things calmed a little bit. However, they were still hysterical and could not really talk in there. I learned Hunter was the brother of the victim. I attempted to ask them both what happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter, but Blank stated that he wanted to speak. I asked him what happened, and he stated that they were all sitting on the bleachers under the Memorial High School tent when another male who he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. Blank then said Austin, the victim, told the male that since he did not go to Memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth, and Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. Blank had said during this time of the arguing, the male was reaching around in his bag he had, and it was at this time the male took out a knife and stabbed Austin and then left the scene. This was all Blank remembered when he talked to me. After this, I then stood by with 3 athlete witnesses until CID arrived and interviewed them. I was then relieved by an SRO and went back to the patrol. Nothing further. Officer Mike Crawford says, I was dispatched to the stadium. Reference to a stabbing call. I arrived on the scene and observed medical personnel and several bystanders standing next to a subject later identified as victim Austin Metcalf. The medical personnel were actively engaging in life-saving measures with Mr. Metcalf. I observed that a crime scene was created around the area and began collecting the names and contact information of the bystanders within the scene. I then met with Officer Wetzel and directed him to begin a crime scene log as he was getting the needed paperwork. I took over his responsibilities of monitoring a witness, Jay, to the event. Ultimately, the witness was taken to another area out of the rain, and Officer Schultz took over the crime scene log. I forwarded information about the bystander to him. From that point forward, I worked with coordinating response from SRO, CID, CSI, and PIO. I took no further action at the scene. My body-worn camera did not activate when I initially arrived on the scene, but I did activate it when I discovered it wasn't being recorded. While waiting with the witness, nothing further. And then this is from Jacob Shaws. On Wednesday, Officer Shaws was working SRO, Student Opportunity Center at approximately 1001 hours. I was dispatched to a stabbing that occurred at the stadium. It should be noted that my location is approximately 200 yards from the stadium. Upon my arrival, I tried to get an updated location of the suspect. I could not see Officer Cortez. When I arrived, Officer Cortez informed me over the radio that he had the suspect in custody. At this time, I turned my attention to the victim. Multiple FISD trainers were already performing CPR. I could see blood on and around the victim. At this time, the medics arrived and began saving measures. I coordinated with other officers on the scene to secure the location. By this time, the students and FISD staff had cleared the area. I used crime scene tape and began to tape off the area. It began to rain harder. At this time, Sergeant Otis and myself moved the Memorial High School tent over the medics and the victim to attempt to preserve any evidence that we could. I think that's what I meant to say. And a memorial coach approached me and informed me that he was with the student who claimed to see the entire altercation. I told the coach to stick with the student and that we would get him to the police station to give a statement. The student quickly informed me that he knew where the suspect threw the knife and pointed me to its location. I located the knife with Sergeant Otis and could see blood on the knife. I quickly used my city-issued phone to take pictures before the rain could wash the blood away. Sergeant Otis located a blue tarp, and we decided that we would cover the knife without touching it in an attempt to preserve any evidence. It was windy and raining hard. Once we positioned the tarp over the knife, I reached down and grabbed a backpack and left this into the stands to weigh the tarp down and threw it up where Sergeant Otis was positioning the tarp. It was later discovered that the backpack I threw up onto the tarp was the suspect's backpack. It was the only Centennial High School backpack located within the Memorial High School backpacks in that area of the stands. After securing the scene with crime scene tape and attempting to preserve as much evidence as possible, I assisted other officers with locating possible witnesses. Officer Wetzel was maintaining scene security while I was assisting the other officers. After the medics transported the victim, I relieved him of that post so he could go back to the patrol. I maintained scene security until the call was cleared. Photos will be uploaded to the crime scene folder, and my body cam will be downloaded at the end of the shift. No further information at this time. This came from Kyle Pemberton. Let's see. This location at the school stadium. Call notes advised a male had been stabbed unconscious. Upon arrival, several officers and medical personnel were attending to the victim who was laying on the ground of the stadium bleachers. I coordinated the Frisco PD response and tried to establish a crime scene. The knife reported to have been used in the assault was located by another officer in the bleachers. Shortly after my arrival, a large downpour of rain began. I directed several officers to use tarp and found at the scene to cover the location of the knife. I remained at the scene until the victim was transported and the crime scene established. This comes from Officer Justin Newton. Let's see. I was tasked with meeting the ambulance at the hospital. I arrived prior to the ambulance, waited for them to arrive. They arrived at 1046 hours with the victim, Austin Metcalf, who was brought into the trauma bay for treatment. At 1053 hours, Dr. Chow pronounced Austin deceased. Once he was pronounced, staff stopped treatment and disconnected cords and tubes from the machines without removing anything from the body itself. While on the scene, I took possession of clothing worn by Austin and maintained possession of the items until CSI Dillard took them from me. While at the scene, Officer Landon requested assistance in lining the sheets of the body to take photos. I then placed the sheets back when complete. I then stood by the room for security while Officer Landon, Officer Hernandez, and CSI Dillard took additional photos. At one point, they rolled the body and removed shorts from Austin, which were bagged and stayed in my custody until CSI took them. At 1324 hours, family was allowed into the scene to view the body. I was informed by staff and officers that they would be allowed to touch the head and feet of Austin, which they did. At 1337 hours, nurses from the hospital bagged Austin in a body bag. At 1515 hours, the transport service for medical examiner arrived and took possession of the body tag, and it has a tag. When placed on the bag and secured, I took notes at this time, which were scanned to the report and booked into evidence. I turned the crime scene log and scanned to the report. At the conclusion of the call, I took my camera and out of the cover mode, went to turn it off. At this point, I learned that the camera had failed to activate due to it being on covert mode. I did not see the indicator lights on the top of the camera. Officer Andrew Higgins says, I was working the desk at 7200 Stonebrook Parkway in Collin County at approximately 1042 hours. Blank walked into the main lobby stating he had witnessed the stabbing and was told to come to the lobby to complete a witness statement. I gave H a voluntary witness statement, which he worked on until detectives arrived to speak with H, left with the detectives, and I returned to my duties, nothing further. Officer Thomas Craig says, school resource. I immediately responded to the scene. Upon arrival, first contact I made was with Officer Cortez, who was standing in a marked police vehicle. Officer Cortez advised he had detained the suspect and he had him in his patrol vehicle. I then responded to the victim scene that was north of the bleachers. As I walked up, I noticed Frisco Fire Department personnel was attempting to provide life-saving measures to a subject later identified as Austin Metcalf. As officers worked the scene, I was asked to respond to stadium's medical locker room area to keep the following Memorial High School students witness separated until detectives could speak with them: J, E, and M. While with them, I was told to take their cell phones from them and later turn them over to Sergeant Bissonette. After being relieved, I was asked to make contact with FISD athletes that have been placed on school buses. Below is a list of students who identified themselves as witnesses to the stabbing of Austin Metcalf. A, J, and it said Liberty High School boys track, Z, A, M, I, J, B, R, E, M. Then it says Liberty High School girls track at A, P, A, J, K, J, D. And then the Frisco High School boys track had L, B, and A. Independence High School girls track had A, K, M, O, and A. Emerson High School girls track had A. I was also met by the following coaches who advised they witnessed the incident. McCall Gonzalez, Centennial High School coach, heard suspect confess to stabbing the victim. Vincent Hooper, Heritage High School coach, heard suspect confess to stabbing him. Lakeisha Collin, Independence High School coach, witnessed the incident. Mindy Yeatman, Independence High School coach, witnessed the incident. After completing this task, I cleared the scene. Officer Alejandro says, responded to a stabbing. Upon arrival, I provided scene security and assisted to keep civilians away from the crime scene. I maintained my position until I was relieved by CID detectives and cleared the scene, nothing further. Officer Joshua Miller says, call notes stated that one student was stabbed in the chest by another student. Upon arrival at the location, my only duty was to provide scene security. At the Frisco medic was leaving the location, I assisted moving people out of the way of the medic to be able to drive through. Shortly after, I cleared the scene, nothing further. And that is the complete police report for that incident. I ain't gonna lie. Looks bad, bro. Look like everybody got the same account of events that took place. Looks like everybody got the same exact account of events that took place that day. What do y'all think about that? What y'all think, man? I don't know. What y'all think? At the end of the day, it's about this baby getting a fair damn trial. Every witness, and they had adults and kids. It wasn't just the kids. They had adults that all said they witnessed the same shit. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I can't give an opinion on this. This is up to y'all. I just reported. Y'all decide. Is Karmelo guilty or is he innocent? Based on everything y'all seen today in this live, is Karmelo Anthony guilty or is he innocent? Hey, we 200 subscribers away from 104K. Make sure y'all support the channel by, you know what I'm saying, subscribing to the channel. Support us by subscribing. Double tap the screen if you're enjoying the content. But yeah, we're 200 subscribers away from 204K. I said 104K. Why am I shorting myself 100K subscribers? We at 203 right now. We almost at 204K. So make sure y'all support the channel by subscribing to the channel. Know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comment section when we get up out of here, man. We've been here for damn near 3 hours. I'm not even gonna be able to get to the GoVan shit until tomorrow. So we just want to do the GoVan live tomorrow. Shit, I didn't even realize I've been up here for 3 goddamn hours. But I'm finna get the fuck up off of here, man. Sheesh. But y'all let me know, man. This is all I got for y'all today. We will be back tomorrow. I had to change this whole live around, different thumbnail, different title, different description. This is all about Karmelo. So I'll get to the other shit on another day, which will be tomorrow. But sheesh. Y'all do me a favor, double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this shit, man. This your boy Big Ratchet. That's Ratchet Gang. And this is Ratchet TV. We report, you decide. I'm gone.